the hardcore survival, which just means that you aren't a bullet sponge, they aren't a bullet sponge, you have to eat, and stim packs aren't gods.
By the way, I think we should do another run through of one of the other Dark Souls at some point relatively soon.
Yeah, but Dark Souls 3 sucks, and we've played so much of Dark Souls 1, I could probably actually run that entire game without dying.
I probably could too. I'm at like the fucking. I have a one run through right now. I'm going through and I have not died once. And I'm at fucking. I'm walking through the place right before you meet fucking. God, what the fuck is his name? Dragon Dude Magic.
Talk about Seath?
Yes. I have to fight him and the fucking Four Kings, and then go for that boss fight.
You have to die to Seath, though.
I know. I haven't died yet, but I'm going to die.
Well, there's some like weird ass roundabout way, but that prevents you from doing a lot of stuff in game.
What the
What
fuck?
the fuck are we doing?
Well, I'm trying to figure out my broadcast situation.
It's not that complicated. We've been doing it for like fucking a month and a half, maybe 2 months now.
I don't know, because I kind of feel like running through Dark Souls 1 again, because I love that game. Kind of feel like running through Dark Souls 3 again, because it is really smooth playing. But I know I'm going to get angry because it's a really bullshit fucking game. Dark Souls 1, I know is going to be too easy. This game, I've just played so fucking much recently. Because I have like 3 other characters I'm playing right now without you or Wyatt.
Oh yeah, I don't really play any of the games solo.
I've just been playing this game a lot recently, so I've been very interested in something else. And I refuse to play 3 fucking solo. I will only play. That's the only one that I won't play. Won't play solo.
Right.
That one has to be like
multiplayer. I play 3 solo, but I play it offline. I don't play 3 solo, but if I did, I would.
We could see if we could just play 3 to get together and still be offline. Be easy. But can't really do that. It's like LAN hookup type shits. What's up?
It's not LAN capable.
I know it's not.
I'm going down to get the one of the Dragon's Talon, I think, is in the pit in the middle.
Yes. I need to grab all the keys.
I didn't swing out far enough.
Ah, I see. I see.
So I fell to my death.
Continuation. Which character are we on?
Whatever one your highest one is.
Level 226. Copy. Fucking weapon am I running? Oh, magic blue flame. Alright, so I need to get all those and the giant memories.
I think I've gotten all the giant memories already. All but the one from the all but the one from the ancient dragon. I'm also part of the Dragon Covenant right now. Not to do the Dragon Covenant stuff, just because I wanted the achievement for discovering it.
Travel to
I've recently broken 100
Oh no,
grand.
I still need to go through Dragon's Eyrie. If I'm not mistaken.
It's simple. You go to the top and you can fucking take a zipline all the way across.
Yeah, but the problem is I'm really bad at fighting those guys.
Yeah, but I can put my little small sign down and you can summon me. Oh, I feel as if New Vegas is one of those games that everyone just needs to play.
Away we go.
Just because there's so many different ways to enjoy it.
It's kind of like Dark Souls 3, but not, because there's so many ways to not enjoy it.
That is exactly correct.
Yeah,
I enjoyed Dark Souls 3 once. Really, Grandpa? That was back before the war. What war? The fucking war between me and the bullshit that is that game.
Yeah. You fucking much. Alright, audio, I'm just gonna say yes to or no to everything.
God, they're in the lag. I don't want to play through 3 just because I know that I will have to go through bullshit.
I feel like for the most part we could get through without as much bullshit happening, honestly.
Dude, I've played that game through like 6 or 7 times. It's always bullshit.
I'm at Dragon's Eyrie.
Yeah, my sign is down now. But it's like, if it's not the fucking game itself doing its bullshit. Actually, no. Late game, it's the game doing its bullshit. Early game, it's fucking twinkers trying to get easy kills.
Yeah.
Because Dark Souls 3 system, for being significantly more PvP based than the entire rest of the series, is god awful about it.
Wait, is that second bonfire or first bonfire?
The one that's in front of the stairs.
Okay.
You can't spawn me at the first bonfire till you anger the god, so that is the ancient dragon.
You take one of these rings off. And re-shit this. Wait, I heard it. Maybe that was just a sound effect from one of the dragons.
It's a small one.
Oh, is it at the bonfire or is it up?
It's at the bonfire.
Okay. See those two messages. Resting again. Still
Yeah,
not
there's a
there.
message that's like being to a purple head there, for of being to a pole, and the other one says fatty, and in between those two is my summon sign.
So I'll change out this ring for this shit. And then I'll take this ring back off. Change it out for this shit. I still have yet to see you.
Are you human?
Wait, am I? No, I'm not.
No, that's kind of important. That would be why you didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I see it now. I forgot I wasn't human because of the armor shit.
I wish New Vegas was co-op, like it had a 2-player thing. Just because
I think it'd be
it was
cool
like
for all
you
of
playing
them
through
too,
Dark Souls
honestly.
3 the first time, because I had played through that entire game twice by the time you picked it up. So I already knew a lot about that game.
Oh, he's strong.
Are you gonna summon me?
Yeah, I'm summoning you right now.
Hasn't told me yet. Nope, summoning cancelled.
Summoning field.
It's back down, same spot. Yeah, so it would be exactly the same thing of like us going through the wasteland and like me being there but pretty much letting you steer it. That's what it's gonna be like when we play through Bloodborne.
One day.
I mean, eventually we'll get a PlayStation.
Eventually.
Borrow your buddies and play Bloodborne.
Pretty sure he actually has Bloodborne.
If he had a PlayStation and didn't have Bloodborne, then he might as well have an Xbox.
Well, I don't actually. He might not. He literally got Sekiro just to get rid of Sekiro a week later because he couldn't progress past a certain point.
Yeah, but Sekiro is considerably harder. Its learning curve is steeper than the other games.
Yeah, but he likes to say he's good at games and then tries everything on the hardest difficulty, doesn't get it right, and then just gives up on every single one.
What the fuck?
What do you mean failed? Fuck, let me just try and go through by myself.
Huh. I don't know how that goes.
You'll know how that goes.
Are we wanting to fight the ancient dragon again or not?
I mean, how many souls does he give?
Not enough.
Do you want the weapon from it?
No.
Then no.
I don't need the weapon. You don't need the weapon. Dude, I've skipped like 3/4 of this game. Like, just because I've ran through it because whatever it was didn't give me enough souls. I did, however, get the Dragonlight Cow. It's not that good. What it is.
Yeah, the one guy that almost always will kick my ass.
Is it the mace dude?
No, guy up top.
Oh, the 2-sword dude?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you made it that far without dying to the mace dude.
Oh, magic kills him in like 2 hits.
Oh. I do have the
This
Dragonlight
guy does
sword,
not die in 2 hits.
which I don't think we get first playthrough.
Isn't that the greatsword?
It is
Yeah,
a
we do.
great sword. But I don't
That's the one that that scales A and Dex, right? Yeah. But I don't remember having it first playthrough. Like, at the same spot. Yeah, you get it with the armor.
Yeah, I don't ever remember having it at that point.
Oh, like you probably didn't like go down and get it.
Well, no, because I normally get the armor. In fact, that's normally the armor I use for the entire game.
Actually, you should have that sword. You definitely grabbed that armor throughout the first playthrough. You were using it for a while. How do I get these guys' armor?
Which one?
The dragon guys up here.
Kill them.
Oh, it's just like farming type thing.
Yeah. That's how
Their armor is really cool.
That's how you get most of the armor in the game. I did do Ben Hart's set. I did Ben Garl's set. My only thing is that my next run through of the game, I need to not kill any NPCs, including Lycia.
Ooh.
It's $2,000. At that point, I won't need it.
Okay. I've already done all those stuff.
No, I need everyone alive at Majula. Because that's one of
Why?
the few achievements I have left.
No?
I'm actually really close to 100%ing this game. Achievement-wise.
What about the other 2 games?
1 maybe, 3, I don't care.
Well, yeah, so you have to fucking Some of the achievements are PvP achievements.
Yeah. Because the ones that I need to learn all the gestures, earn all the other achievements. Pyromancy, sorceries, miracles, which I can't even do that till New Game Plus Plus anyways. Hexes. 1 for having all the people in Majula. 1 for doing fucking ladder dude Gilligan's quest line. Fuck is that last one? Fuck is that last one? Well, look it up because I'll be able to tell you. Kale. I think it's Kale's stuff. And I need to beat the Throne Watcher and Defender to get Kale's set. And then I can complete Navalon stuff. Because Kale has to die. Well, not die, but... Sure. Yeah. Kale stuff. So Kale stuff, Gilligan stuff, all the magics, all the gestures, and having Gilligan stuff and all the NPCs in Majula. 9 achievements. Because the DLCs don't have any in this game. Did you make it up there?
Yeah, I'm just killing these guys.
I'm actually going to go to the Forest of Fallen Giants and get that other DLC key.
Ow. Okay.
Do you want to go ahead and do the DLCs, or...
I died.
Oh, fun.
Do we want to go ahead and do the DLCs? I don't know why I said that like that. Well, what's our next boss fight? In game.
Throne Watcher and Defender.
Ah.
Oh, well, no, you have to kill the last giant, but...
Last giant?
Not the last giant, the giant lord.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, excluding memories.
Throne Watcher and Defender. But you can't fight them till you kill the giant lord. Not like it's hard to do, but...
Alright, so I need to go through those memories and shit then.
Yeah. Ow. You guys don't do a lot of damage. Or you have a lot of health. That makes sense, that's why that picture. That's not even fucking attacking me, that's just turning.
I never got fucking Valencia out of here. Valencia. Rat Pug is 48,000. Holy shit. The old hag lady.
Oh.
Lonely times, laser. Lonely times they lie.
Cool. These flame lizards are actually the most bullshit thing in this game.
Fuck! Dum 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 dum. That was bullshit.
Like, trust me, I can admit when I fucked up. But these fucking flame lizards are like next level bullshittery. Cool. Nice that that fireball can clip through the wall. That was funny when it flies past it.
We all live in the yellow submarine.
Oh, I thought you were about to make a tasty Rammstein reference.
Who's Rammstein?
Rammstein?
The key. A joke.
You know, Rasputin von Rammstein?
Oh, I can talk to this guy. Oh, let me talk
You
to
know
him.
the singer and lead guitarist for Led Zeppelin von Rammstein? And then the backup drummer for Bon Jovi.
Yes. Oh, you know both these doors? What? Oh, this is the chest. I don't think I've ever gotten this chest before in my life.
Which is it? The one upstairs?
Oh, it's the one that says you walk into the person. Remember, catch fights with the stone until S5.
What?
Yep. Ow. That waited.
What the fuck did you say?
Honestly, I wasn't really paying attention to what I was saying. Proceed. Not fighting two giants at once, cause they bullshit.
Oh, it's a flame
Come on,
quench ring.
up there.
Plus one. Conveniently, I already have the plus 3. It gives me all 3 DLC keys though, so while you're going through the giant memory, I'm going to go to the DLCs.
Let's get it started. Ha! Let's get it started in here.
Why is there a guy here who's fucking in summon range? First place is first. The Iron Keep.
You can backstab the giants?
Yeah. You can backstab a surprising amount of shit in this game, it turns out. I also still have yet to brush my hair, so it's still trying to fall fucking weird ways through my headphones.
You do become my giblets. My giblets.
That's idiot for giblets.
Ow, that hurt. On inside of fucking pussy.
Full fucking fight against that ironclad.
What?
I said,
Ow,
what a
you
skillful
bitch.
fucking fight against that ironclad.
Ironclad, what's that?
The fucking turtle knights, they're called ironclads.
Oh, how'd the fight go?
I walked up to him to bait him into doing his, like, stationary, like, downwards attack. And when he started doing it, I took, like, 2 or 3 steps backwards. He dropped it. I'd take, like, a step and a half forward and swing my sword to hit him. And then that cycle just repeated over and over again. That's how I always fight them.
I can't remember where the last giant memory that I have to go through is, other than... So I got the...
There's one through the King's Ring door. There's one
Oh,
next
King's
where
Ring door.
Paid is, and there's one after the Pursuer.
Deals a lot of damage. King's Ring door. I should figure out where the King's Ring is. Door is.
It's, if you start from the Cardinal Tower bonfire, go down the ladder, then go across that tiny bridge that has the, I think it's a
Top, yeah, I
holographic
know
on it.
exactly where it's at.
There's the door that you have to have the soldier's key to get open, and there's, through that is the Scion Knight and King's Ring door. King's door, I guess.
What is it that I want from out of here? I want some pussy.
Let's
But I'm going to die very fast. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna die very fast. I'm running away.
Bum, 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 bum.
I'm running away. Keep going, run back further, keep going and pass through all of these motherfuckers.
It's like,
I don't want it that Oh, you could. Oh fuck, if I get hit, oh, I died.
you thought you could hit me? Well, that's pretty fucking correct. I hate that getting hit by the fucking poison statues in Black Gold staggers you.
Like, seriously, it's just poison.
It's just getting,
Liquid
like,
that poisons you. Like a squirt gun.
yeah, it does say that exact same thing. It'd be like you're being shot with the fucking super soaker. Being like, oh! That's some grade A Wyatt overreaction and shit.
Yeah, really be like that right over. Oh! Oh!
That's some grade A Wyatt overreaction shit because he watches so much fucking anime. And he doesn't realize the fact that most of them, or actually the entire art style that's derived from it, came from manga, in which case there's no way to really express normal emotions other than to overdo it vastly. Why is that fucking cool?
And so he thinks that it makes him look cool. but it doesn't. He wonders why a lot of people look down on him, and then that's why. Stop trying to reenact fucking scenes from animes. People be like, ah, this guy's probably pretty alright. All I want to do is reenact anime scenes. I'm gonna go up this ladder, then I'm gonna go grab my souls. I'm gonna go up this ladder,
Nah,
then I'm
I
gonna
think
go grab
the
my
part is
souls.
she's fucking lazy. Like, someone who's just weird,
Oh,
but-
fuck me, I just lost my souls.
but not lazy, you can be like, okay, there's some potential there. But someone who's just fucking lazy, there's no redeeming quality there.
Did he ever get a job, by the way? Or did he ever lose his job, by the way?
hasn't
Oh,
lost it
that's my
yet.
question.
However, like I said, it's probably pretty close. Considering that they're fucking short staffing part of the year.
Isn't there a, memory and things betwixt?
No.
I thought there was like some kind of memory and things betwixt that you could farm some, like a bonfire sticks from.
Nope, you do it from the, I mean, you can farm it because I think you can get 2 bonfire aesthetics. But it's not a memory.
They said it was Giant's memory and things betwixt though.
Well,
Like it's in the Giant memory and you have to be at the things betwixt bonfire to do it, which didn't make sense to me because I didn't know there was Giant's memory there. I'll look it up again here in a bit.
oh, looks like I'm at Shoulder Sanctum City, so. Yeah, like, it was enough to where, like, instead of having him just come in and do work today, like, you know, any normal company would, they called yesterday to tell him not to come in because there wasn't going to be any work for him to do.
Yeah, he's just gonna complain about it, but
No, he's not.
they don't know how to tell it.
Well, he
I mean-
spends money like he still works 5 days a week.
That's why I say he's gonna complain about it.
Well, because, let's see, last
He's
night...
gonna stop being
he-
able to spend money soon.
He ordered like a pizza, which is not bad, other than the fact that I have eaten half of it today. Because he doesn't eat leftovers. Fucking ever. Like literally,
He doesn't eat leftovers.
I've eaten not a whole lot of my food recently. I've eaten like one can of spaghetti or spaghetti and meatballs. Some burritos the other day. I ate my pot pies because I wanted to, but mainly for the past week I've been eating leftovers because he never finishes leftovers, like, ever. Fuck, when we get done playing here, I'm probably gonna go eat that beefy 5-layer that's left over. And Michael doesn't often eat leftovers either, but normally he wipes out one go. Jay always finishes them off next, and I pick up whatever's left. But yeah, he goes out to fucking eat constantly, and it wouldn't be a thing if, like, if you're working full time and doing shit, sure, go out and eat, you know, 2-3 days a week, whatever. But when you're working 2 or 3 days a week, going and spending like $15-20 on a meal, that's not a good thing.
Which Giant memory do I fight the last Giant in? Or whatever the fuck.
The one to the King store.
Oh. Holy fuck, that dude just annihilated me and I couldn't hit him once.
Who was it?
A
Oh.
random fucking knight. I fucking hit him twice and it didn't like affect him. Like,
Was it the
it's like
Cyan
I was
Knight?
hitting him. No. I'm in a memory. It was one of those like random knights. There's
Oh.
like random dudes in like padded armor.
Yeah, they do a
who
lot
were
of
like-
damage.
Yeah, they do metric fuck ton damage, except for the problem is they can only take like 2 hits from me, but they were taking far more than 2 hits because their health bar wasn't going down when I was hitting them, which didn't make any sense to me. Time to go fight me feather. Look at this booty, give me that booty. Look at this booty, give me that booty. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yow.
Ah, when we get to New Game plus 7, or New Game plus 8, whatever, the flames on Kale's world map turn blue. It doesn't mean anything, but...
Oh, this is a mimic. I didn't really think about that.
Probably not.
Restoration.
There's very few mimics in this game. In fact, there are almost as many mimics in Aldius Keep as there is the entire rest of the game.
Okay, I wasn't expecting these guys.
In fact, I think there's like only 1 or 2 more mimics in the entire rest of the game that's not in Aldius Keep.
Fuck off, motherfucker.
You know, it's an Aldius Keep that you can infinitely farm increasingly strong ones.
Increasingly strong what?
Like, levels. Because you can infinitely farm them in the Giants Lords, or in the Giant Lords map, in order to essentially just infinitely farm the Giant Lords, but you only get 1. But the hollow near the Basilisk, the Caged Basilisk, and Aldius Keep drops 2 of them.
2 of what?
Bonfire Aesthetics.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really nice, actually. Yeah, the Moonlight Butterfly set, so the jump set. You can buy it as soon as Madril is at an intensity of 3.
How about it?
You just have to spend X amount at the armor first. What fucking chord is this that I'm kicking? Huh.
Umbilical cord.
Well, I think it's my laptop's charging cord, but normally I have it tied higher. Has to come loose. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so, at 2, you get the chest, arms, and legs for the butterfly set. You get the headpiece at 3, and the moon butterfly shield at 4. But you don't buy it from him, you get it in the chest above him. But I think that's an iron chest, so I don't think that respawns. I think you'd actually have to wait till the game cycles.
Okay, I died.
And that's the only way you can get the Dragon Rider set, because it has to be at
One hit.
+1.
One hit from the Dragon Lord.
The Giant Lord?
Mm-hmm.
Unsurprising. He does a lot of damage.
Well, it first started with me, the head rolling past me, me being like, alright, cool, I can do this. And then very, very, very suddenly, an explosion from behind me staggered me, and then he just fucking yoink.
Oh, get fucked.
He fucked Void.
Oh! The bonfire aesthetic of Fextra Life page has all the bosses on it and what bonfires you have to burn to resummon them.
I know.
I always expect it to be on the boss page, but it fucking never is.
What the fuck? How? Why is there a random fireball every fucking time?
You give it a sec, they stop firing, and they won't hit you if you're all against that far wall.
I realize it. But the problem is that he also has ranged attacks.
Oh, I don't know. Never fought him at a range. That seems like a piss poor decision.
I can't run up to him because an explosion covers the entire fucking bridge except for that far wall, and I can't get to that far wall until after the head has passed me. Once the head passes me and you make a fucking run for it, an explosion happens immediately after.
Well, don't run. Wait for the fireballs to kill off those first dudes. That's a little bit for the head to spawn in, and you don't have to wait for it to roll past you. Because where it spawns in, it's before you would actually be getting to it. The fireball will go off shortly after, but after everything's dead, it should stop firing.
At this point, I should put on the fucking ring of binding. Okay, cool. Cool. Cool!
Random Falconer Knights.
Did you say I have to kill him?
The Giant Lord? Yeah. It's where you get the giant skin chip from.
Okay.
Which is necessary
Cool.
to complete anything.
Yep.
If you do the other stuff, you can summon Captain Drummond for it. I don't know who the fuck that is. That's the guy in the Dragonlight set. You have to do one of the other memories first and go talk to him.
I already talked to him.
Oh, cool. You should be able to summon him.
Him out, but it ain't here. If you have to see some fucking summon sign.
I think it's like as soon as you enter the Giant Lord's memory, I think it's up to the left as well for so it's that. Item. What could this item be? The Dragon Slayer's Crushing Axe. That's the fucking third one I have. Some stairs going. Oh, that's such a fucking snowman. That's how you get this one. This. Let's just see what we're gonna do first.
Let's do Sanctum City.
Huh.
It's the easiest.
That's debatable. Straight or run. Pretty much if we can kill Elena, we're fine.
Kill who?
The queen at the bottom. The bitch that summons Velstat and then we're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. We can kill her just fine.
I need to go buy more arrows. I wonder when Obsidian's gonna be coming out with their medieval RPG.
Is that the New Worlds one?
I don't know. I don't think it's a name yet. All I know is that they're working on one. Because I'm fucking tired of Skyrim. Game's decent, but it's dated as fuck. Morrowind to Oblivion wasn't that big of a gap, and neither was Oblivion to Skyrim.
Many dear.
But now, hopefully, Bethesda will actually get their shit together. I hope at least. I also wish that Fallout 76 wasn't one, fucking huge, and two, an absolute disaster. Which it might. It's supposed to be better now. I just haven't cared to play it again.
Well, I definitely don't care to play it.
I mean, if it plays like the other Fallout games now, I'm fine. Beforehand, it was like doing the worst parts of Destiny 2, which is to say all of it.
Now, I understand why you're angry, but no reason to take it out on Destiny.
There's tons of reason to take it out on Destiny. They came out with Destiny 1 and it was a shit show. And then they did the fucking whatever it was, like the Game of the Year edition or whatever it was, that had all the year 1 shit and then the actual DLCs that came out and fixed all the broken shit. Which means that you think if they can fix it for the game that they have currently out, that they can fix it for the game that they're working on. It's supposed to be significantly higher budget. No. Destiny 2 is ass throughout the entire first, I think, like 9 to 12 months already, until Forsaken came out. But instead of just patching the game to fix it, they just released another copy of the game. So it was either buy the game again or buy Forsaken shit to fix the game. Like, at least Warframe's free to play. Like, it's one thing to have a free-to-play game that I have to grind to get all, like, the good weapons and shit for. But it's different to pay, like, minimum $60 for a game. Not have all the shit for it, but still have to grind to get the weapons that are even decent, not even good. Although ESO is getting its new add-on soon, relatively soon later this year.
What is?
Elder Scrolls Online, which I haven't, I didn't play
Don't
it a
care.
whole lot, but they're coming out with the Oblivion expansion now. The difference is there's actually love going into that game.
There's what?
There's actual love going into that game.
I will doubtfully play that game again.
Yeah, but you don't care for any MMOs.
I like MMOs.
No. Which MMO
But
do you
very
like?
particular MMOs.
Which ones?
Well, none right now.
Can you name one?
The original Phantasy Star. That was a great fucking game.
Wasn't that mostly single player with MMO capabilities or lobbies?
Yes.
So that's not
Still
an MMO.
Still MMO.
That's like saying Breakpoint's
And it was more
an
fun on
MMO.
GameCube. But the difference is, Breakpoint you can only play with up to like 4 people in a party. And the
Yeah.
rest of them aren't in your world.
But when you
Phantasy
go to the
Star,
hub, they're all there.
the original Phantasy Star, you can have literally as many people in your party, and then there's still people in the world. Still an MMO.
I don't think it was on GameCube. I thought it was PlayStation, or not PlayStation, a PC game.
It was. It was also on GameCube. It was one of the first like console games to have online capabilities. Our problem with how
That's for the Dreamcast.
so my problem with MMOs nowadays.
It had 4 people.
That's the point. The problem with MMOs nowadays is the reason why I have a problem with MMOs most of the time is because they all play the same.
It's an MMO. What do you expect?
It's an MMORPG, right? So it played like other RPG games that I like.
those
So if you
those are very different.
So if you had like well, I said whenever you say MMO, I've literally only played MMORPGs.
Yeah, but I wouldn't really consider Destiny as much of an RPG as something like Elder Scrolls is.
Oh, Destiny's considered an MMO? I mean, I guess that's true.
It is an MMO.
Yeah, I love
Destiny's
Destiny.
absolutely an MMO.
I love Destiny.
But you
There's
can't say
one.
it's good.
I think it's a great game. I think they just fucked it up a lot. And fixed it with one DLC and then did some dumb shit for advertisement that ruined it again. But
That makes it a bad
that's only
game.
for play.
If you have to
But
pay
that's
for the
only
game,
that's-
pay for the fix, and then pay more money for it to only break again, that's not a good game.
We don't. That game is almost completely free in almost every aspect. Actually, on
is
on
now.
PC it is free. Yeah.
It is now,
So-
but it wasn't.
I think it's a good game. I think it's just the fact that like in a lot of other games that are online multiplayer is that you have to stick with the grind like everyone else. Like Warframe, you have to
that's
grind with
MMOs.
everyone else to be on the
That's
same
the point of
same fucking.
MMOs.
Yes. So that's the only thing I don't. That's one of the things I don't like about MMOs in general is that if you didn't grind at the beginning of the game like everyone else did, then you're gonna be way far behind. But
that's not
Destiny,
even necessarily the case.
Destiny is a great feeling game, and overall it has really good story to it. And I love that game, and I love playing that game with other people. I love playing the normal multiplayer aspect of that game. Whenever you go into like actual multiplayer modes, I love playing it with people. Whenever you're going through and just running through shit with people, I think all of it's fun. I think but I think that the only crowd it caters to are Destiny players. That's the only problem with that game. Is that the only people who enjoy playing that game are people who played the original Destiny, and they will still complain about the game because it's not as good as original Destiny, but they still like the game, regardless.
We have a word for that. It's called Stockholm Syndrome.
If there was if fucking Dark Souls had an MMO kind of thing going to it, I would love to play that. Like, if you could completely just do whatever the fuck you want with your build, have the MMO style, see people running around in the world, it'd be a dope fucking game.
Yeah, that's actually an MMORPG. Destiny's not an
Like,
MMORPG, really.
well, it's an MMO though.
Yeah.
But I'm saying an MMO in general, especially with MMORPGs, every MMORPG you play is third person. Almost every single one is third person.
It's
pretty much every single one is. But almost every single one you'll play that's not like fucking Fallout 76 or fucking ESO. Almost every other one you're gonna play is gonna be like, ah, cool. So here's what we got from this.
Most
right?
RPGs are already third person, so an MMORPG is more likely to be third person because that's the format that those are arranged in.
It's not. Yeah, I'm not saying anything about
the original
shut
MMOs.
The fuck up! I'm not saying that I have a
third
problem with third person. I'm saying that I have a problem with shit like what was that MMO that we played last time? Not fucking Warframe, but Warframe is actually a pretty good MMO.
Warframe's a damn good MMO, especially for being free to play, just period.
Yeah, I just don't like grinding. That's the only reason why I don't play it. But not that. So like shit like Neverwinter compared to like shit like whatever the fuck. Compared to shit like Black Desert. Like they all play the exact same.
Yes, linear
with how you fight
leveling.
everything. If you had like fighting like you had in Dark Souls and put that into MMORPG games and made it more like that, that's what I would like. The fighting, say you're gonna press X button, do this move, and there's very little combinations of attacks you can do to actually have a variation going on.
I do have to say that Black Desert did it better than Neverwinter, because Black Desert
it
had
did
a
it significantly better.
like a combo system in combat.
Yes,
but I didn't like the linear.
It's still very basic though. I hate like the basicness of the combat there. X X X X. Cool. Or whatever the fucking fight button on that was, or whatever you used to actually attack. I don't know.
I used a bunch of different buttons because my class had that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's still like very little like fucking variation of what you can do with your attacks. You can have different. You can't have that many different play styles like Dark Souls. You have so much random shit you can do.
Well, it's because builds are interchangeable.
Yeah.
If you were locked into your starting class in Dark Souls, it would be just the same.
I disagree.
Well, imagine if you picked your fucking character at the beginning of the game. You picked a cleric, and all you could use were like mediocre one-handed weapons and your miracles throughout the entire game, and you could only wear light to maybe medium armor.
That would be shitty.
Like I said, it's because you have.
That's why I like Dark. That's why I like how it is
within a character, because these are more RPG friendly than stuff like Black Desert, and that's only because it has a linear character progression system.
And that's why I don't like most MMORPGs, is because they are all pretty much the same with that linear progression system and all that dumb shit. Like if they had something like Dark Souls, made it MMORPG, gave it a bigger world, cool. That would be awesome. They don't need to do anything super extra, change the engine or anything like that. But, well, almost all of them are the same.
Yeah, all the generic ones are the same. Pretty much all the good ones stand out for their own reason. And it's not even because they don't follow that formula. It's because they just follow that formula but make it worth a damn. That's why Warframe is
Fallout
as
76.
successful as it is. It's a Fallout game. In fact, now it's just Fallout 4,
like they threw
but an MMO.
It's like they threw in a Fallout game and put a bunch of people on the map.
Yes.
Right? That I like. I never cared for Fallout games though. That's the only reason why I don't play Fallout 76.
Fallout 76 had a really rough start because, one, Bethesda was a shitty company that was still just riding off of Skyrim's profits, but two, they expected the player base to do something that it wasn't going to do. to the same extent.
Like, I would probably go back and play Fallout 76, and I'd probably go back and play ESO, because they aren't all fucking linear progression or anything like that. You can, like, literally just make your character how you want to make your character.
I would absolutely play ESO, because even alone, that game is good. Like, that was,
that was
I don't
actually
think
it's a bad game
in the Elder Scrolls series. And the amount of shit
I don't
they
think
have
it's a
out
bad
now
game,
is
but in
fucking
any
amazing.
way, I just don't like playing games like that as often as I used to. Like, back whenever I had my whole thing where I really loved not Dark Souls, Skyrim, I fucking played the shit out of Skyrim because I was like in a certain phase of that. But after my fucking Skyrim got, like, this file got corrupted and I lost all my shit, I was pissed and I didn't want to play those games anymore. And then every time I played one after, it's just been like, okay, cool.
What a
It doesn't
reason
have
to
the,
not
it
play
just never really had the same magic it did as it did on that playthrough, because that playthrough I was so, like, invested in, and then I have to completely reinvest whenever I wasn't finished with that other playthrough. I mean, I've literally done everything in that playthrough other than, like, all the side missions, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to 100% complete Skyrim, and I was not able to because of that.
I think playing it like
And
that
then I had to
ruins the
restart
magic
all
of the
that
game.
shit.
Because that's getting invested in the completion and not the character itself.
Well, I was already invested in the character, but I didn't want to have to do all the shit I had to do to make that same character in a new game. Because I had already made that character, so I wanted to finish filling that character out.
I don't know, that first playthrough of Skyrim always takes way too damn long. In
Yeah,
fact,
it,
the reason
100%
that
it does.
I don't play
Every playthrough
Skyrim,
after every every playthrough of Skyrim after your first playthrough is pretty fucking quick for the most part.
the reason I don't play Skyrim anymore is not because it's a bad game. I still like the game. Even like the fact that it's dated doesn't really affect it, because I almost downloaded New Vegas. I downloaded Fallout 4 instead because I want to play it with mods, same way I always do. But I've played Skyrim with mods too, and I build it sheerly for the point of building and playing and investing into that character as that character. Like, I've made stuff that makes that overhauls the leveling to the point to where it's not just like, oh, just take your one character and it doesn't really matter which race you pick, doesn't matter how you start the game.
By the way,
You just become everything.
if you want to play ESO, I will re-download ESO and start playing it.
Next month. Not like February, or yeah, it'll be like late February, mid-late February, because we're currently doing the event in Warframe. That makes getting the new Warframe and some of the like later game shit easy to get. But it only has like 25 days left. So eventually, yes, we're very soon going to be picking up ESO. And Tim and Dad play that game a lot.
Yeah, your dad he kept trying to get me to play with him and Tim for a while.
Fuck, Charlotte plays that game.
I mean, it overall seems like a great fucking game.
She doesn't play games. That's like the entire thing. But it's just, like I said,
I feel like
a good
Skyrim
RPG.
and Oblivion I think Skyrim and Oblivion are games that non-gamers would enjoy no matter what. Just because they are good games. And they're games that can draw in, I think, all crowds.
I will say Skyrim more so than Oblivion.
Well, Skyrim's also more player-friendly than Oblivion.
That's what I was gonna say. Oblivion was a very heavy game.
Yeah, but I just mean in general, like, those games can draw in people from all crowds and they will enjoy it.
Well, that's the same thing with New Vegas. That's why why I was actually surprised that you hadn't played that game through. Because
I've
that's
literally
like an
played
early
like
Skyrim.
I've literally played like the beginning of that game, and that was at one time I was staying at Wyatt's house and it crashed on his 360 while we were playing it. So
I actually know why. That game is infamous for doing that with the disc copy.
So after that point, it was like, well, shit, it's already fucking late. Might as well go to bed. And I never ended up going back to Wyatt's house and playing that game again. So
Yeah.
That's why I never got to play it.
I own the full edition, so the game and all 4 DLCs, I think. World War Blues. Yeah, I think 4. All 4 DLCs. I have them digitally, and they're small, so they don't take long. But that game is such like a. That game was Skyrim before Skyrim. Obsidian put like all of their heart and soul into that game. And it didn't even go like underappreciated. Like that game was so loved and is still so loved. Like I said, there's a bunch of people that are just like off of like fucking Patreon subscriptions rebuilding the entire game as a mod for Fallout 4. From the ground up, like all new assets, everything, because Fallout 4 didn't reuse any of that. So they're literally building a game as a mod.
Like I might be willing to play that game as a mod if I'd actually played Fallout 4. But I don't really have intention to play Fallout 4.
I think Fallout 4 system was pretty damn good. Just because it was very player friendly.
Well, it's not like that's not the reason why I don't want to play through that game. The reason why is because I have a very, very strict love for playing through games with people. Because I think it makes the gaming content so much better.
Oh yeah. Actually, I was actually gonna say that. It's like, fucking, next time you come down, we can just run through like the majority of New Vegas. We can get through that game.
Like, I would be willing to play New Vegas next time I come down. Another game I mean, if we played, I'd be willing to play Fallout 76 again.
Actually, I'd say I'd probably wait till New Vegas, like if you can get your Palace Chase, or until you can be like back in Tennessee, because you could run through a lot of that game in like 20-30 hours. You could also run through that game in like 200. It is very easy to get lost in that game.
Nope. That's not the key. That was a cracked dried eye, or fuck.
Are you down there with the fucking
Yes.
the keys in the far area with the second one.
Yeah, I know. It's the only other item down there. I learned which one it was very quickly, okay? Fuck! Put fall control back on so I can just survive the fall with no damage taken, because I'm gonna need to be able to take no damage.
Why don't you just go take the elevator down?
Because I don't have whatever key I need to get in there for some reason.
It's you have to go back to the Iron Keep to get it. It's where the that first wool is spitting out that fire just past the bridge. It's that item.
Well, I'm not gonna go through that and do that.
Otherwise, just ninja leap onto the lizard and take no damage.
That's not my problem. My problem is making it to the key without 4 fucking lizards attacking me.
Only 3 of them.
And not losing 184,000 souls.
184 grand? Psh. I can say.
Not that I necessarily need to level up, but it can still be a level.
10 times that.
Well, yeah, because you need 10 times that. But I'm personally trying to still level up, and that is a level.
That's a level for you?
I think so. Hold on, let me check.
Is it a level for me?
Yeah, it only cost me 130,000 to level up.
Ooh, it's barely a level for me. Mine's 177. But yeah, the next time you're continuously in the States for extended periods of time, we, mainly you, need to play through New Vegas. Because that game is a fucking experience.
Fuck it, I don't care about my 184 anymore. I got the key. I think that was the key. I really hope that was the key.
There's only 2
that might have been the
items
Rebel
down
Shield. Yeah, but it didn't look like it. It didn't look like it said Old Iron Key.
It's heavy iron key.
Or Heavy Iron Key or whatever. It looked like it said Rebel to begin with, and I was like,
Revel's Great Shield is also down there. So you went into the hole and you went all the way to the back, then to the left.
I don't fucking know. Let me see if I have the key. I was just panicking, trying not to die, because I die every time I go down there. I was looking in rings for key. No, I got it. Cool. That's all that matters.
Of course you're looking in your rings for key. That's why they call it a key ring. But
Oh, I got you. Okay. I did not understand where the fuck you were going with that for a hot minute.
The boy.
I was like, what the fuck? Alright, where we going to Shelva City first?
That's where I'm at.
He checked me, she
Massage. I also think Fallout 4 is pretty good too. I mean, obviously, but I've only ever played it with mods.
Let me send someone an invite to the party real quick.
Who? Do they have Dark Souls too?
Mudkip. I don't know. He said, mind if I join? I don't know if that's just party or if that's or if the game.
I don't think he has Dark Souls 2. He has Dark Souls 3.
I mean, he has almost every game known to man, honestly.
Well,
every
no,
time I ask
about
about a
it
game,
last
he's like, yes, I've... Oh, maybe we did.
Because
Why
he
did I do
doesn't
that?
have 2, he has 3.
Accidentally swapped it. Fuck!
What?
I accidentally opened, Call of Duty. Fucking hell, how do I fucking not be retarded?
I don't know. Either way, I'm playing this game for at least a good chunk of the rest of the night. Maybe Warzone later, who knows?
Maybe. Let's see. I mean, we can pretty close to complete this game tonight.
Oh, we could absolutely complete this game tonight. We got the 3 DLCs and then the fucking final 3 bosses. As long as we're not doing any special shit.
Yeah, true. What is good, my man?
Oh god.
Go for it. Add your audio in case it's good content.
So, there are these fucking Jews, right?
How you doing?
Yeah,
Bunch of kike, if you ask me. Do y'all know what kike means?
Yes.
Okay,
Just making sure y'all are officially cash money.
I am Jewish.
That's fun.
That's what's fun about this. Oh, I fucking love this shit. Alright, go on.
He's Jewish and I hate Jews, so...
Let's go on.
Nerd,
What
so
was your,
basically, I've had a very bad 5-day streak so far.
Good.
Like, and what I mean by that is, like, the past 5 days has been one of the worst weeks of my life, I would say.
At least you're not Jewish, though.
Yeah, but I am German, so.
Yeah. The superior race. That's something to be
Yeah,
proud
but
of.
it doesn't really help me today in, like, you know, today's society.
Yes, you can. You're genetically a better engineer than the entire rest of the world. That's not even an arguable fact.
I mean, yeah, but... Yeah, you know, if I'm not black, I can't get hired. Or, you know, anything that isn't white. I won't
Are
be
you
getting hired.
fucking kidding me?
But,
I died.
So anyway, yeah, I've been sick for over, like, 2 weeks now.
Oh yeah, that's always the worst feeling, like a continued sickness.
Yeah,
Whoa, pause.
Not coronavirus, chill. That's the, you're the first
No,
person to
pause.
say something like that today.
No, I don't give a fuck about Corona. I was just gonna comment, I have a random full water bottle sitting in front of me, and I don't know where it came from, because I don't drink water.
I am probably.
It's Deer Park, and that is really strange.
Yeah, that's like high quality brand. What the
Alright.
fuck?
Now, go on.
So, 5 days ago, 5 days ago specifically, I don't know, something bad happened in 5 days. It wasn't like life altering, but it was annoying. Then 4 days ago, so around 8, for some reason, my grandpa wanted to go to the, or was that, well, that was 2 days ago.
Fucking hell, I
I
hate
can't
those
remember.
things, man.
I can't remember what happened the first 2 days. They weren't good, I can say that. But the 3 days ago, so basically, just,
Cool fucking story, mate.
yeah.
One for the journals.
Anyway, say about 3 days ago. So for some reason, my grandpa wanted to go to Walmart at like 8, which he never goes to
AM
anywhere
or PM?
past like PM.
God
That's
damn
like
it! I fucking
4
hate
hours
my
past his
bitch ass
bedtime.
fucking life.
Anyway, oh yeah, okay. So 4 days ago, no, it was, I forget. Anyway, Sunday, I
Days are unimportant.
woke up at around 3. That was, oh yeah, that was, yeah, 3 days ago. Okay. So I had to stay up for, listen, about 30 hours.
Oh, I
So,
literally just did that.
Yeah, so I was, oh, sorry, I just got a random thing of tinnitus in my left ear.
That's how tinnitus works.
Sorry, what?
I said that's how tinnitus works. It's always when you don't need it to be.
Yep. But, sorry, now I'm trying to think about it. So, like, I couldn't go to sleep, and I was gonna try and go back to school since Monday was the day I was feeling the best, at least for the morning. Like, as soon as it got, like, afternoon, I felt pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, so, yeah, I stayed awake till, like, for 30 minutes, and if I didn't, I wouldn't have been able to go to school anyway, since, I don't know why, I have multiple alarms, but they just don't wake me up. I literally have 2 things give me alarms.
I feel you, brother.
Like, I have one of the cheaper Alexa devices that I got in Vegas, and then my phone alarm, and sometimes it just will not wake me up.
Fun thing about alarms. 1, I wake up before my alarms. Just because my
Yeah,
body's internal
sometimes that
clock is
happens
so
for me.
good. And 2, like my ringtone and my messenger ringtone, Pavlovian responses will snap me out of even like an 8-hour sleep. Not that I sleep for 8 hours, but if I did, it will pull me straight out of deep sleep to immediate alertness.
Yeah, I don't wake up to anything. Some people have like literally shaken me and iced my arm to wake me up, and it still didn't wake me up.
You kidding me? I had sex in my bed in front of you and you didn't wake up.
That honestly doesn't surprise me. Oh no, you're right. That did happen.
Yeah.
and I was fucking dead asleep. I don't know how whether my snores were a mood killer or not for you and her, but tell you what.
Nah, she was like, fuck yeah, snoring really does it for me.
Dude, I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. She is kind of a weird person.
That actually might be the weirdest fetish that I can think of. That's not like sickening, but just odd.
Yeah, that I think that like she definitely could have been someone like that.
May I continue?
Yeah, go for
No,
it. My
I
bad.
got more sex jokes.
Okay, go ahead.
No, here you go, man.
Alright, so, what happened was just speaking about it. Yeah, okay, so, if I didn't, I would have waken up to go to school. And the thing is, I've been trying to get to online school the entire, like, for the past 2 weeks. But the thing is, alright, so my grandparents asked the counselor to send, email to redirect the scheduling person, but they never got it. And so I literally had to go to the, counselor myself, ask for it and all that. Anyway, so rest of the day goes by pretty normally. I end up getting like 15, 18 on my Lexile, if you don't know what that is. You know, the reading inventory thing.
I have no idea what the fuck
That's
that is.
kind of cash money. Alright.
Hold on just a sec.
Uh,
Alright. I had to make sure my headset was plugged in because it will be dying fairly soon.
Daniel, I need help. I got invaded.
Where?
The elevator. He hadn't found me yet, but I'm hiding by the elevators in front of the first bonfire.
At Sanctum
Shoulder
Walk?
City.
Okay.
Yeah. Like in that room with the two elevators. I'm on. If you stick left as soon as you walk in, that's where I'm standing.
You can't summon me until you get to the bonfire, though.
I've already been at the bonfire. I set my summon sign down, then disappeared because he fucking.
Yeah, but I can't place my summon sign except at the bonfire.
Why?
Because I don't know, there's fucking nothing back there.
Alright, just set it at the bonfire and I'll go summon you real
It
quick.
is. Alright, carry on. You said like the reading index for whatever state you're in?
so, yeah, so then that goes by. So yeah, the rest of the day goes by fairly normally. You know, I get home, give my grandma the, information, and, you know, since she gets mad when I don't let her do things.
Mm-hmm.
So I give
the
it to
classic
her,
old person
and
problem.
So I come back around 3 hours later and asking her about it, and she said that instead of yelling and asking for me, she just decided to sit there and leave it there. She said that she didn't know how to message or message the email. So she just decided to leave it there. Anyway, so I ended up grabbing it, messaging the dude or woman, and so apparently I couldn't
Shoot the
unless I
shortcut.
had a exemption thing from a medical professional, which I ended up getting today when I went into the doctor's office for the same thing. You know, I'm still sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. AIDS is a serious disease.
I don't have coronavirus, chief.
He said AIDS.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that happens.
No, it's
and
the
then,
one floor
like,
left.
yeah, my grandpa said that like. So we get there, right, and then
One over there.
we go in the same direction, right? We're by the meat section. I tell him where I'm going, and I slowly head off in that direction. And then, alright, so I can't find him. I'm looking around for him. And by this time, I'd like already picked a few things up.
No, that's right.
It was like 3 items, but you know. Anyway, so I literally walk around the entire store. I check all the lanes of the food section, and I literally searched the entire store. Anyway, so at this point, I'm thinking that he had just got back into the car, since he has done that before.
Yeah.
And yeah, he also has the debit card, so that doesn't really help. Anyway, so I'm literally halfway between, like, I've already put stuff back up, and then, like, I see him walk around the corner of the food section, and then he starts yelling at me because, like, I ran off on my own, even though I told him where I was going, and I was going in that direction.
Someone's time will be done.
Yeah, I don't really do much with old people.
Yeah, that was very irritating. And,
The fact that I have a very, like, alpha, self-dependent personality does not go well. Were you invaded by Lord of the Ring Rocks 13?
Maybe. Did he just invade you?
Presuming so. There's not exactly a whole lot of people at this soul level.
Anyway, so yeah, that happened, and then whenever I got all the items I needed to, my legs were hurting a lot. I was just feeling unwell from me being sick. Anyway, so I get home and really just go to bed. Anyway, so after that, right, 2 days ago, what happened 2 days ago? I can't remember, it wasn't pleasant, I'll tell you that. Yesterday, I can't remember either, I just know it wasn't fun. And then today, what happened is that, okay, so my grandma made it sound like I'm going to, school, even though I'm sick.
Cool.
And so, like, I literally, okay, I tried. I literally had my eyes closed for 3 hours, not straight. I got up for like 5 minutes to get a little bit more water than I what that was. And I couldn't go to sleep. And then... So I just end up staying awake until like 7:30 when my bus comes. And, you know, I didn't get up to do anything, so I just went to sleep. And then,
Yep.
So yeah, I'm woken up to go to the doctor since I didn't realize that's what we're doing since they don't explain anything. So yeah, and then on the way to the doctor's, my grandpa asks, when did I go to sleep? And I said that, no, I tried to sleep for 3 hours. Like, I had my eyes closed for 3 hours. And, then he just said, you're going to sleep you're going to bed at 9 tonight. And I asked why, and then he just said, because I said so. He says that's a lot, he said that.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Anyway,
sorry,
so
old people are from a
office.
time where you don't treat anyone under the age of 18 like anything but a child.
The thing is, they want me to grow up and be respectable, even though, like, irresponsible, which I am to a certain degree. But, like, and then, like, they get mad when I am, though.
Yes, that is the exact way that fucking my mother was. You need to grow up to be like all this and whatnot. No, we're not gonna let you fucking make your own decisions, why would we? You're just a kid. It's like,
Oh yeah,
bitch, I have a job, you don't.
Yeah, my grandpa was saying something about my grades and whatnot, and I said, like, me being held up to this expectation and me not being able to fulfill it just makes me disappointed in myself, and I feel like I'm disappointed in me. And then, my grandpa just says, then do better. But the thing is, I can't. Or like, what if I don't? And he says, like, do better anyway, or something. So, yeah. Anyway, so...
Like I said,
You can have like you could do better than any old person, and they would still tell you to do better because they literally have no respect for anybody younger than them.
yes, that is the biggest fault of old people.
And I would agree with that. Anyway, so...
They want other people to be respected, but they will not be.
Anyway,
you
so
don't get
while I'm at
respect
the-
because you were born before me. You're respected based off of your abilities and nothing else.
Is that all?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I could talk shit on old people all day. I've definitely put with my share.
But, yeah, so, I go to the doctor's office. It's like a 3-hour wait. 2 or 3 hours, I can't remember. The last time I went, 2 weeks ago, it was, like a 2.5 hour wait. And there were, like, 3 people in the office. But there might have been, like, maybe 2 out in cars, but it still shouldn't take 2.5 hours, you feel me?
Yeah.
Anyway, so... Yeah, and
Come back,
then...
summon you.
I'm coming down there right now.
Oh. I'm at this.
So for me to get situated, they need my grandpa, which they didn't need him last week for some reason, but since I'm younger than 18.
Yeah, underage.
Yeah, but like I said before, the weird thing is like they didn't need him last week, but you know. Anyway, so I asked him, and then he gets all pissy because he has to get up and walk in
He
there.
has to do something.
And like, literally, he's walking in there while he's on his phone, on speakerphone. And then he gets kind of sassy with the lady in front and like says, I mean, I didn't have to do this last week.
Well, this isn't last week, you old fuck.
Or 2 weeks ago, and also like, yeah, that's what I was doing. That's why I was staying out in my car. Anyway, so yeah, a bit of time passes. I'm being seen by the doctors, and then he needs me again for the like actual doctor, not the nurse.
Oh fuck.
It was an urgent care, by the way.
Oh yeah,
So, yeah, and then,
urgent
like-
care wait times are really fucking long.
Yeah, so he gets pissy again that I need him in there, and then sorry, I'm trying to think.
God damn it. Never mind, I'm back at the bonfire.
Oh yeah, going up top.
See,
Good.
and then, yeah, so a little bit after, I don't know how the conversation got to this, but it was about, like, yeah, oh yeah, okay, so he was asking about where my wallet was, because, like, they gave us a sheet to fill out, and I didn't know some of the information, and then he called my grandma, and she said it should be on the card, but the thing is, I don't know where my wallet is. Like, I put it on the bed when I went to sleep, and then when I woke up, it wasn't there. And I looked around my bed, but I haven't found it. I looked under it, haven't found it. Anyway,
Do
so...
you have like a nightstand or a drawer, dresser, or anything? Any flat surface that you can set it on?
I already looked everywhere. In my room.
Trey, your feedback.
Echoing pretty hard.
There's a good chance he
just fucking unplugged his mic or muted himself. That's what it is.
Well, that's fine. Anyway, so...
Yeah, I've just fucking, muted
No, you're
myself
good,
and
Chief.
Try it. Hold on. How about now?
It's fine.
No, whenever you mute yourself, it super hard echoes. Period. In a store. It's always done.
Alright, so, yeah, and then I say something like... Yeah, so I told him that, like, I went to bed, and
Hold
I
on,
put
you're
on
gonna
my,
have to wait.
Alright.
What does he have to wait for?
Because I can't understand him, because your mic echoes back every time you mute it.
Alright, go ahead and talk then.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so what's going on is that, Get up. Anyway, so yeah, I say something like that. I don't know what it might have been. It might have been the cats played with it and brought it somewhere, or Grandma might have gone in my room and grabbed it. And then he said something like, Grandma wouldn't do that. She never goes in your room. And I said, yes, she does. And then he said, to wake you up, yeah. And then I said, yeah, sometimes she does. Like, one time she went into my room and took $20 because she was... And then he says, like, stop. Like, okay, and then, so I continue. And he says, put a zipper on it. He says that a lot.
Yeah, it's just a phrase.
And, alright, so a lot of things that happened. Oh, yeah, so, okay, so after I stopped talking, he seemed to get really pissy and asked more and then... What was I saying?
You got pissy because you stopped talking about something else and what was
so
wrong.
he was getting pissy because I didn't stop informing him about what happened.
What?
Yeah, he got mad at me because I was telling him the truth of my grandma going into my room and taking, like, money out of my wallet and also taking pills of mine that she shouldn't be. But I let her because she was having a very bad cough and they were coughing medication, so... The first time she just kind of snuck into my room and took it, and then the other time I gave one to her. I got you. So yeah, it's just been that, and then, yeah, so a few minutes before I asked you to invite me, so somebody I used to think was a friend, now not anymore, his name's Kane Pone. Anyway, so, basically what happened is that,
Come on, let's go.
hmm. Yeah, okay, so basically we were playing fighters. I got on to play against my friend OP, but he was also on, which has been the first time I've seen him on, like, in a very long time. Anyway, so I join in, and, yeah, okay, so I started a match with, so we had both lost against OP, and then I played again since I hadn't played in a hot minute, and beat OP, and then, so I go against him. I will admit, I spammed like twice the entire fight, that's it.
Welcome to
Anyway,
fighting games. Especially DBZ fighting games, like... There's entire DBZ fighting games where that's all you do.
Alright, so you all know Freezer's, like, A ability on fighters?
No,
Where
I
it just,
haven't
like,
played
okay, well, basically, he basically shoots out a small projectile, which doesn't do really any damage. Anyway, so I hit him with that, like, 3 times, and that's it. And then, like, after the fight, he was telling me to go kill myself, and, like, my mom should die, and also, like, my grandparents are gonna be dead in a few years, and I should just pull the trigger, that he wants to hear the trigger and just stab myself. So he was being a bit of a fuck.
Pretty chill, dude.
So,
Trey, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah, pretty pissy. Oh yeah, another thing he said was, so, he was asking me something about it after the match. And he said something like, what, you're not crying, are you? Which really pissed me off. So, like, after he said something about my grandparents, I just told him to shut the fuck up, because I don't like it when people talk about like, sure, my grandparents are the best. My grandpa's a little shitty sometimes. So is my grandma, but, like, if I'm protective about something, I will be very, very protective. Like, if I actually...
Huh. I have not had good relations with most of my grandparents.
I'd say the main reason for mine is that, this is, like, the best I've actually ever had it. The funny thing is, though, I still live below the poverty line.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then this is the best I still have it. The only reason why I have an Xbox or a TV is because, well, my Xbox was from my aunt in Tennessee, which I don't speak to anymore, because, like, when I was over at my other aunt's in Augusta, who I actually enjoy spending time with, they're over there, basically I was there for 2 weeks. I was having troubles with, my math. I was uncertain as to how to do it, and she calls my other aunt, not knowing, and basically, my Tennessee aunt basically she knows how to make you feel like absolute shit and a horrible human being, which I don't have a very good self-esteem, so I already think that of myself. And so, like, hearing that, I'm not gonna lie, and, okay, so I'm not the type that wants to show myself crying in front of anybody, but I'm not gonna lie, I deadass cried for an hour and a half straight. Sorry, like an hour, 27 minutes.
Why do you know that so specifically?
It was either 26 to 28 minutes. I'm just going with the middle. So. See an hour and that. Yeah, so, yeah, I got the, Xbox from when I actually had a good relationship with my Tennessee aunt, and then the TV from my, a guest aunt. And that's the only reason why I'm able to speak to anyone. But my entire life, I've never actually really had friends outside of school. I actually don't know, I've never had friends out of school.
Oh, I can super relate to that.
Up until, like, maybe 8th grade. But that's only because we lived in the same neighborhood.
This is...
Hmm?
My roommate, one of them I've known for 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
Trey, the guy that I'm playing with now,
Yeah.
I've known for like 8 or 9. And then my other roommates, their brothers, I've only known them for like 6 years. But I've been living with them for 3 of those 6.
Yeah, so the only time I've actually lived in a nice area like this, a suburb, is with my grandparents now. And just because like my best aunt was charging them rent, but like whenever they were getting hit hard by bills, like medical bills, they stopped asking for it. But so basically, yeah, the only time, the rest of the time I've either lived in a rented home, a storage facility, trailer park, or house.
Yeah.
Apartments and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that's surprisingly common. Like, because neither of my biological parents are good with money.
I mean,
but they're both
storage
divorced.
facilities. Have you lived in one of those?
What do you mean by like storage facility?
Basically a place you can rent to just put some of your trash you're not gonna touch ever again, but still want to keep.
Oh, my dad used to have to, because like I said, they're fucking god awful with money. My biological dad.
So are my grandparents.
Neither of my parents had a place of their own until I was, I think, 12 or 13.
Mm-hmm.
So we were constantly like, my mother was like in and out of apartments in her parents' house, and my dad was constantly in and out of either his parents' house or his mother-in-law's house, shit like that.
Hey, this might sound like a weird question, but what's it like to have a dad?
Underwhelming.
Well, it really depends.
Alright,
It
depends, but
like, so I've always had a good relationship with my parents, and I've always had a pretty good fucking family situation. Daniel has. So, his dad has been around for probably, like, actually, like, half his life.
Yeah.
My dad has been around all of my life.
Yeah, part of it wasn't his choice necessarily, but my dad has a very, like, one-sided kind of personality. My biological dad. My stepdad's cool as shit, but I didn't know that until I was, like, 16.
I got you.
So, when, I was born in 2000. My sister was born in 2002.
Boomer. Continue.
Aren't you only like 3 years younger than me, bitch? We're the same generation, motherfucker.
I'm technically same generation, and I've been born a year before Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm in '99.
Ooh, a
Less
mega
than-
gooner.
Less than a year, yeah.
Yeah, I can continue.
Yeah. When I was 4.
I was just gonna say. Oh, okay.
Oh, go ahead, because yours is probably a shorter story than
So-
mine.
It is not. I was gonna talk about the pros and cons of my dad.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, my story. Let's put this like, cue that up. When I was 4, my parents got divorced. So for I'd say probably from the time I was 4 to like I was 10. So I'm 20 now. I'll be 21 in August. I didn't know my
At
dad.
least you have 2 loving parents. Or a loving parent.
I have multiple, but yeah, from
Yeah,
the
you
ages
do?
of like 4 to 10, I barely knew my dad, like at all. Like the only time I didn't have like any time with him, except for I remember the youngest I can think of was fuck if I know, but it was at my aunt's house because he used to live there. It was before her second son was born, so I can't remember how old Trenton is, but it was like 13, 14 years ago probably, somewhere around there. That's the only memory I think I have of him, and that is just playing like Morrowind on the original Xbox in like her old house, because we weren't allowed to go to, well, that's where he was living, but he didn't actually have custody. We were there we were there to spend time with my aunt, which despite being on his side of the family, my mother's side of the family has always, or my mother has always had a good relationship with. And that's his, technically it's his second youngest sister, but whatever.
She's not gonna get into your family's fucking.
Well, it's just, it's her and then Mariah, but Mariah's my age. But yeah, we had good relationships with her, so we were over there constantly. Like, her son's only, I think, 4 years younger than me, but for the most part, we got along really, really well. So we were over there. That's the youngest memory I have with him, and that was probably about the time I was like 9 or 10. In 2000, and my stepdad had been around for a long time. Even at that point, he wasn't living with us yet. He's still not technically my stepdad, but that's other convoluted bullshit. Actually, no, it's not. He never actually married my mother, but he's taken care of me since I was a kid, so it's good enough for me. Oh boy, that was close. And my stepmother's been around roughly the same amount of time. But yeah, they didn't have. My mother was living in like an income-based apartment, which is saying a whole lot because she didn't have a job. So pretty simply put, like, we didn't have a lot. Like, my first fucking TV was black and white and looked like a goddamn radio. But before we moved into those apartments, she was like living with her parents, which they lived in a trailer. Which that's not necessarily a bad thing. Trailers are still a house like any other, but they're generally seen as more trashy.
Yeah.
They're thinner walls, whatnot. But we didn't have a house to live in until 2012. That is when Dan, who is my stepdad, moved in with us full time and was able to support me, my oldest sister, and my mother. She was kind of working part-time. That's a story on its own. She's lazy. That's the story. She did not keep that job after we got the house. So for 6 solid years, he was supporting all 4 of us on just his job alone. I'm at the first bonfire, by the way.
I set my summon sign down.
Very cool. So yeah. So obviously that was a really stressful time for him, and it really is when you have a stepdad for the first part of your life, like knowing him, whether or not you knew your dad, like that's someone there who's... You don't know it yet that they're trying to raise you and like how they're showing their love and affection. Because it's absolutely there,
Gotcha.
but you don't understand it when you're a kid. That's why I said, like, not till I was 16, I didn't understand any of it, because I had no sense of money, no idea what was going on.
Oh, for me, like... Since, Sorry, let me just interrupt you real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Since my dad was, like, really abusive, and I mean, like, to the point where, like... Alright, so this is something that happened because, like, he was late to work and his shirt was slightly damp from it not being in the, dryer long enough.
Yeah,
So he
basically
choke
that.
slams my mom on the ground to the point where it, like, makes blood come out of her eye sockets. This area. So, yeah, that happened, and, so,
I've
yeah,
been
so
that to women.
since we're white, you know, we left him, not the other way around.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, that
Wait,
that
you were
happened.
joking when you said that you were white? Like so long ago? Because I legit thought you were black for the longest time and thought you were just joking every time you said you were white.
No, not in the
You think
slightest.
I'd
I
make
am white.
Jewish jokes to a black dude?
My good sir, I am very white.
Not whiter than I am.
I highly doubt that.
I would put money on that bitch.
No, I would
Bet.
too, actually. I would put money on that as well. Daniel is white, to say the
Yeah.
least.
For
I'm
me,
the
I'm
third
acting a lot
whitest
more-
person I know.
Who's the
But,
whitest?
My dad.
Your dad is not whiter than you, though.
Not pale, but... Boy, he's white.
But what was I on? Oh yeah, so yeah, we left him, and
Yeah. Which is the appropriate response?
so yeah, that happened. I got taken. Yeah. So anyway, in the apartments. So yeah. Anyway, it was it got to the point where it was like it looked like one of those hoarders homes. Like it got to the point where literally, okay, so I was cleaning up trying to find a shirt, or I can't remember. I was like 6 or something, not 6, but maybe 7. No, I was 6, 7. I can't remember. Anyway,
Too young to
see, I
know what's going
remember
on.
going through like a no, I understood just to some degree. But yeah, so I found a dead cat under a pile of clothes. Like that's how bad it was. Anyway, so not too long after, yeah, there was a lot of like cockroaches as well, just a whole bunch of junk.
That's what
Anyway, so defects and whatnot happened, and so my grandparents came down, picked me and my sister up, along with like 2 cats we got to choose to take with us. Which was nice that they allowed that. But both defects and also grandparents. Anyway,
what is defects?
basically it's like it's kind of like CPS, I believe. Except
Well, what's it stand for?
more southern, I'd say. I don't remember.
Hold on. Just to clarify, which state do you live in?
Georgia.
Okay, so you're fairly close to us.
Yeah.
Actually, closer
Anyway.
to anti than us.
I don't know
Don't
where
know who that
he lives,
is.
honestly.
Georgia.
Does he?
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah, same part of the
yeah,
country.
that happened, and then so my mom ended up coming back to live with us, and I can't remember what happened, but like around when I was like 8 or something. So my mom was living with us, and I don't know why, but my mom and my grandmother got in a confrontation, and my grandma was holding my little cousin in her lap. And so my mom spilled like hot coffee on both of them, and ended up hitting my grandma over the head with the mug,
Yeah.
which left a pretty nasty line.
I was raised with the fact that my mother is about as non-confrontational as it gets. Because she's an idiot. But my dad, on the other hand, has massive anger problems.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Derk happens. See, I have to move back with my mom at around 10, which kind of sucks.
Hold
And
on, your mom is non-confrontational unless it comes to me dating your sister. She's very confrontational.
It's not even that she's confrontational. She just blows things out of proportion because she's an idiot. Are you drinking a fucking Capri Sun?
Yep.
And you're not fucking
It
sharing?
came in. I'm sorry. I wasn't
Wow,
last
what a
time.
dick. Oh
It came
my
in a
god.
Lunchables thing.
I was about to say, did it
Lunchables.
come with the Lunchables that you're also not sharing?
I already ate those earlier today when I got back home from.
Wow, what a
It was-
dick. You're only like a
Okay.
9-hour drive from Daniel. If that, depending
no.
on where you live in Georgia.
9 hours gets me to.
Where are you at in Georgia?
Somewhat.
How close are you to
So-
Moody Air Force Base?
I don't remember where that is located, but from Atlanta, I'm about half an hour away.
Oh, you're near Atlanta? Alright, so that's going to be about 7 to 8 hour drive to where we live at.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's presuming
Anyway,
that you don't do the,
The what?
presuming that you do the speed limit.
Oh, yeah.
Speed limits. Ha! I'm talking about without speed limits. It's like a
That
12
driving
to
faster than
16
8
hour.
hours.
It's a 12 to 16 hour drive from where I'm at to Tennessee.
We've made the drive
Cool.
to Atlanta in like 5
Yes, because fuck speed limits.
because we're good. We're going.
Now, what was I trying to say?
That you're not showing your Capri Sun.
Oh, yeah. No.
I mean, how old are you're 17 now, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you were younger, I could just fucking adopt you, and then you wouldn't have to deal with that bullshit.
I mean,
and
you
I'd
could
get more
still
money.
adopt me, actually. Yeah.
Well, let me look into that process because if I adopt you, then I can get a free house and get paid to have you in my home
Wait.
from multiple sources.
Wait.
Is that considered child extortion?
No, child extortion is
Perhaps.
making a child work for free just to give you any money or income that the child makes. That is child extortion. Like making a child prostitute. That's also child extortion.
Bro, sounds like a Poggers moment to me.
That's oddly specific.
It was just an example, you know.
Yeah, just an
I wouldn't make
example,
him sleep with
actually.
random people.
Oh,
It would be
hey,
people
Though
like
girls
you.
would love it. But girls do love the sound of a deep man's voice.
No, don't worry, I look like a freaking gremlin. So.
See me.
It's okay, I don't look any better.
My most attractive feature is my hair.
I got you.
Sometimes.
And my huge fucking dick.
Dude, alright, let me just say. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I got a haircut, and let me just say, the barber shop really messed up my freaking sideburns. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Right, so one of them got kind of cut up, and the other one she just basically left alone.
Don't get haircuts.
Like, literally, the entire thing of my sideburn is there.
There's a lot of things I don't do. Get haircuts, visit doctors, care about my parents. It's a very odd relationship.
Got you.
Mine is interesting as well, I'd say.
I mean, like, everyone... Okay, so first off, my parents are very young. Like, they're...
What do you mean? Your dad's like fucking... Well, how old is your dad actually?
40.
What the fuck? He's 40?
I was born when he was 19. He'll turn 41.
My mom was a
in 2
young
months.
parent, but she's not a young parent to me. But she
That's
had
the thing.
my sister.
Yeah, most.
She had my sister Crystal at 15,
Yeah.
and then my dad was. Well, that's my dad isn't her dad though. Not the point.
What I was saying,
there are like 3 dads among my family,
yeah, is
and 2 of them are dog shit, and then the other one is also pretty dog shit. So
my parents are very young parents for most of the people that I grew up with. Because I am their first child. So my dad was 19, my mom was 20. Or not 20, 18. My dad was 20 shortly after I was born. Because it's April for my mom and I think in like May for him. Whatever, I don't know. Point is, they were young. So that means like when I was going through high school, like they were in their 30s, while most
shit, I
other
didn't
people's
tell my
parents
dad
were in
happy
their
birthday.
50s. Oh, nice. But well, actually, fuck, I think Charlotte's even younger than Dan. Point is, they're young.
Charlotte is really young. Charlotte is really stressed out for being that young. She pushed out what? 3 kids? 4 kids? 4 kids, right?
4.
Trey, just want to say thanks for the invite, Chief. It's been nice ranting. I actually feel not,
It is the best shit to get
Well-
stuff off your chest, especially with people that are like, "Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense." Like,
And also people who can joke around about it with you, but not
Since
be
when
a dick
now?
complete cocks about it. Like the problem is, like the reason why this is an invite only party is because of people like Kevin. Who will join
Really?
just fucking scream while we're trying to play something that we're trying to be serious about.
not even hello.
Like
stuff.
Kevin, I like playing with Kevin, but I don't like Kevin
Kevin's
joining
cool.
parties just say, "Oh, you don't wanna play with me? Well, let's scream and just show you our anger and
Yeah.
be a fucking dick about everything because you're not playing with me." Some dumb shit like that. Like I love Kevin to death, but
Chill, dude.
fuck, I'm dead.
Fuck.
I was in the middle of casting a spell when that popped up by me. Like, he's a cool guy overall, but he just fucking screams for no reason. And it pisses me off.
Very unprofessional.
It's all fun and games till somebody pull up in the same build.
Yeah, you are chill as fuck, and we can have a reasonable conversation, and it won't be fucking... I don't know.
I mean, what do you expect from partying with the Mexican? Ow! Fuck, that hurt a lot. But he doesn't know. Not necessarily when to stop. It's he doesn't have like that filter. Oh, that's the word I'm looking for. Maturity filter. Now,
Yeah, so with my living situation, when I was with my parents, was interesting to say the least. I mean, overall, growing up, my parents were good parents. I can't say that they were particularly bad
oh yeah.
in most aspects of my life, because I can't say that I've never necessarily had a bad living situation. We've pretty much always been able to have a house. Even though we've been poor,
That's
we've always
nice.
been able to do shit that we want to
Yeah.
do. It's whatever. But my dad has a problem when he drinks. And normally he's a
Your dad
chill
has a
drunk.
problem, period.
Normally he's not a bad drunk, but he's very confrontational without being drunk. And being drunk does not make it any better. And on top of that, so like, as an example, one time, he asked me if I knew what bicentennial meant. And I was like fucking 14 at the time. Given that I have never heard that word used in any aspect of my entire life.
Well, it has two
So
meanings.
why the fuck? Well, why the fuck would I know what that means if I've never heard it or never used it or never seen it or read it in a book or anything? Like and the school doesn't just think bicentennial is an important word. Might as well teach it. You know what I mean? Like, have you even ever heard of the word bicentennial?
Yes. Right now, actually.
That
Yes,
doesn't
exactly.
fucking count.
Yeah.
Because it's not a common word for people to know. My dad got pissed off that I didn't know the word, and what bicentennial meant. And so he was like, "Oh, we need to have a talk to school." I was like, "Dad, like, there's literally no reason for me to even know what that means." It basically means like 2 years.
Or twice a year.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
twice a year.
actually, now that you say it, I have
Which is
actually
very
heard it before.
weird.
Like, 2 times in my life.
Yeah, it's no
This
way.
is the third
Exactly.
time.
Yeah, it's weird shit. Point is,
It's not a
something
word that
you don't
people
have to know.
commonly understand.
In
So my
comparison
dad
to
would
the
get
guy
this-
that doesn't know what a fucking soapstone is. Like, who the fuck doesn't know what a soapstone is? That has worked in, like, both a mechanical and building professions.
The funny thing
And he
about my
thought it
dad
was
is that
soap!
my dad owns a soapstone. Keep in mind, and has used the soapstone and has taught me how to use it. He didn't know it was a soapstone.
Yeah, it was his soapstone that I was using.
That's actually
Anyways,
pretty funny.
but he got angry and told me to sit down. Was getting very aggressive, let's say. And I said no, so he ended up grabbing me by my face and throwing me into the chair, ripping my glasses off. He crushed them in his hand, threw them on the ground, and I was like, well, fuck you too, like, that's the first time I've really cussed out my parents, right? And my mom, like, I was expecting my mom to be like, calm the fuck down or some shit to him, but no, she just stood there and watched it happen, just let it happen, which pissed me off. So I ended up standing the fuck up, because whenever he threw me to the chair broke, which didn't make it any better. And so I fucking pushed him off me and fucking started walking towards the front door. I opened it, he literally closed it on my fucking foot, and I was barefoot, which pissed me off, because I was just gonna walk out. It's a 10-mile walk to town, and I don't really give a fuck about my feet. So, he closed on my foot. I eventually fucking pushed him again, knocked him down, and just cussed him out and shit. Then my mom tried saying something to me, and I cussed her out too, because I don't give a fuck at that point. If I get angry, I stop caring about people, especially whenever it's over something really stupid.
That's
So-
the only time you get angry. You don't get angry over stuff that's, like, actually angry. Where's your something at, by the way?
Oh, yeah, I didn't know whether you lived or died, so I just didn't sit down yet.
Or I didn't die, I left. I can put mine down and we can run you to that next, or that last spawn part, so we can just run from there.
No, my sun sign's down.
Okay.
Anyway, so that was one instance of what's like. It was like, okay, well, that happened, and I didn't get over that very quickly because it has never happened to me before. That was like the first time that I've ever like had a problem with a real problem with my parents, right?
Gotcha.
After that, shit just started rolling downhill. Not that it was like necessarily bad, because like eventually I forgave them for it. It was whatever. After that it was whatever. But there have been many other issues that popped up since then that I have just started realizing just how like poor my living situation was starting to get.
Oh, yeah.
Not that it was bad, but it started getting poorer and poorer.
You
And
don't
even though,
realize
like-
how poor some things are until you experience otherwise.
Also, I can confidently say I am probably the favorite out of all of my siblings.
No, you are to me.
When it comes to like my parents, I can definitely say I'm most likely like 99% sure that I'm the favorite. But they treat all of them better than they treat me. And it's not like, so with normal shit like school, they don't give a fuck if I get good grades. They never did. Because it's because I don't give a fuck about getting good grades. When my other sisters do, if my other sisters give a fuck about getting good grades, then my parents give a fuck about it.
Yeah,
But
I can actually support that shit 100%. Because
because I didn't, they would support me in general shit like that. But in certain situations, they did not.
like,
And it made it very hard to deal with because they were way too lenient on me growing up.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Like I could be like,
Oh,
I
it's weird,
was like,
because you're the
I was like,
youngest child.
I was
I'm gonna
11
play
or
and
12
bite
when
it
I
real quick.
started like literally just walking around town at midnight, just hanging out with people who are like in their 20s and 30s, and my parents didn't give a fuck. They were way too lenient with me. They definitely shouldn't have let me do that, but I did it anyways. Not that it was necessarily a bad experience for me. Nothing bad necessarily ever happened to me for the most part. But
Your shit every day.
but it's just
Yeah,
how it was,
yeah.
right? And with but the older I got and the more money I made off of being able to have a job and being able to do shit and whatever, the more they decided that I owe them money.
Oh,
So like my
definitely.
sister literally mooches off them and off like everyone in my family.
Oh,
my
yes, absolutely.
she literally asks for money from everyone. She asks me for money most of the time.
That's
And
nasty.
so she just constantly asks for money, and people just fucking give it to her and don't make her pay it back. They don't do whatever. For me, I have literally, my parents bought me a car for my fucking 17th birthday, and then, and it was $700 car, which I had already half paid for, because I was buying it off my brother-in-law. So they they finished off the payment, so that way I would own the car, even though I was already driving around, right? So that I would actually own the car. And then they got it transferred into my name, right? After that point, they start bringing it up every like month after that on
Of course,
the fact that I owe them the full $700 instead of just that $350 that they had to fucking spend on it. So they kept telling me I owe them money, and then every time they tell me that they owe me that I owe them money, they tell me that I owe more and more every single time.
It's
and
time
so
to
like.
get a circumcision on them.
So like even if I talk to them now, they're
because he's Jewish.
Oh, I figured out he was Jewish. No, I said it's time to circumcise them. But you know, now that I think about it, it's funnier.
Yeah.
yeah.
Get fucked.
But anyways, so with like shit like that, it started getting really annoying to the point where I don't talk to them ever, because all they want to talk to me, like, they don't care about my well-being near as much as they care about me paying them for shit that I don't actually owe them. Because I've literally paid them for a lot of shit, put up with their bullshit up to the point where I stopped, and now they still like pester me with it. And then like I've never really particularly had a bad living situation or family life, but it just got worse after I got more self-sufficient.
Yeah. Self-sufficiency is something that controlling parents do not like.
I don't think that. Well, they were not very controlling for the most part. So I don't think that it's necessarily like.
Well,
I don't
being
think
like,
that's that
you
big
owe
of a
us
deal.
this,
All that.
you will pay us this, and if you don't...
I don't think it's all that having a fucking good family situation, honestly. God damn it, every fucking time! Sorry. I don't think it's necessarily important to have a good living situation, because I've also run away from them and lived on my own in my own car, or in my car for like a month, so I lived with Daniel's fucking dad for another month. And I've also gotten kicked out of the house one time and lived with his dad for like 2 months. Like, another time I was living with him and his sister and his mom after I was dating his sister, and that was a problem.
I will give you this. Make friends outside your family.
Yes, make friends outside your family, and be like, adopt other families into your life.
Yeah.
Because those other families are going to, in most situations, end up being better than your actual family, because your family thinks that what they're doing is makes it seem like they're caring about you more, when all they're doing in actuality is hurting you more.
Yeah.
Other people outside of your family, if they are trying to care for you, you will see it, and they will not. And they will only do what's best for you. Your parents will do like the worst thing for you, and just thinking it's the best.
Right, so is that enough content for your Twitch for me? Did you
honestly
be good enough? Yes,
I did. Honestly, I don't think that should have been something that would have really. I don't think it's like necessarily good as content, but I think it's a.
Well,
I like having these kinds of conversations.
It's a bunch of life lessons from people that have been through that shit.
It's good having these conversations, because then you gotta get experience and learn a little bit about more people and more experiences. Like, to me, this was good for us to talk about this, because I think you're a pretty chill guy in general. Out of most of the other people I met on fucking Xbox that I still talk to, or have people I've actually ended up meeting in real life, like, I haven't met you in real life, but you're definitely one of the most chill so far.
Yeah.
Right? And so having this conversation with you and hearing you rant about your shit, I think, is kind of connecting in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Well, I mean, it's something like we're all
because, like,
about
relationships that you have with people online, like, given that that's never, like, you shouldn't focus on having solely an online relationship with someone. But I think, like, meeting people, certain people, I feel like meeting a lot of people online and having a relationship with them in some way, like a friendship or whatever, I think that it can benefit you greatly because generally they're going to at least try to be more understanding.
It's
Yeah,
easy
so,
to find like wider points of view. Like for the 4 of us here, I was the only person who actually like had the choice to live with my parents. Because 2 of my roommates, the 2 brothers, their parents died before, like immediately after the oldest one turned 18, and before the younger one graduated high school. He graduated.
Well, they didn't even know their dad, and their stepdad that was with
No.
their mom ran off.
Michael did, but he died when they were very young.
Yeah,
my
so
dad
so
kinda
Josh
did
didn't
the
even like
Ooging
really know
on
him.
God.
Stepdad ran off at some point randomly, and in that same time, their mom went missing. Then eventually, she was found, and she had died or whatever the fuck.
Doesn't sound very
She had a
cash money to me.
fucking. She went to the doctor and they wrote it off as something else, and then she had a heart attack and died. So yeah,
But-
they didn't have like anywhere to really go. Like now they
Hey.
talk to their aunt and whatnot. She's fairly close. But
But
before
yeah,
that,
I
like
got 2 things.
they were living with us.
Oh fuck, that hurt.
What the fuck? Goodbye.
I'm
Anyway,
dead.
I got like 2 things. Firstly, oh wait, sorry, 3 things. One, so have you all played Cold War?
Yes.
Recently, no.
Yeah, alright, okay.
At all.
I
Yeah.
like to play it.
I've played the entire
Have you all
campaign.
played the campaign?
He has
what
not.
about you, Trey? Have you completed the campaign? Okay.
I've beaten.
I've played most of it.
Alright, well, do you
Han-
think you're gonna ever, like,
Han,
finish it?
What mission are you on?
I've completed it multiple times.
Okay, what mission are you on, Trey?
I don't know. I haven't played that game in a hot minute. Like played the actual campaign in a hot minute, so I don't know where I'm at in it.
What was the last thing you remember doing?
I don't. All I can remember is that beginning mission because I watched the trailer for the game.
Oh. Well, fair warning, there's probably about to be some spoilers that are about to come up.
I don't care.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so, so at the very end of the game, whenever, like, I hate how Adler killing you is the good ending, you feel me?
Yeah. You die.
That's-
all but the bad ending. Go ahead,
Which
sorry,
makes no
something
sense.
down.
To me, the bad ending is not good. It's the good ending, you know?
Yeah,
Since-
it's all from a point of view because there are. What, I think there's 3 endings? Yeah.
yeah, there's 3.
Well, because in what is considered the worst ending, you send them to the middle of nowhere, and you inform
Jump 'em.
the Russians that they're going to be there. Okay, Trey, just to catch you up to speed, so you're not blankly staring at it, you were an MK Ultra subject.
Okay.
You're a
Basically.
Russian
Oh, yeah,
operative
at the-
that has been. You were never in Vietnam with the other people and all that. That was all implanted memories into your brain. You figure that out on literally the second to last mission.
Yeah, so, you remember the beginning, mission where you have to go... You remember that dude that tries to take off in a plane and you kill him?
Yes.
Alright, so, yeah, so you know the 2 people in the, car he killed?
When he gets out of the car, he shoots 2 people.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Your
you're the guy in the
character's
back
actually
seat.
the person in the back seat, yeah.
Picked you up there, brainwashed you, and fed you all that information to be a CIA operative, so that when the main bad guy, I can't remember his name,
Perseus.
when he had stolen nukes, and you knew where they were
Or
at.
the Perseus organization.
Yeah. But they had stolen nukes, and they were planning on detonating them, and you knew where they were
They're
at.
not stolen, they, got the passwords to them.
They were stolen. As stolen as a
they were.
fucking nuclear warhead can be.
Bro, let me just say, they stole the password, yeah.
Point is,
That's
not
what
the-
stealing is
Yes.
for a nuclear warhead, because it can
mean,
be launched
yeah.
at any point in any area where they have built
Yeah,
a system
I'm just saying,
to
like,
connect
they
to it.
didn't walk over to France, pick that something up, and then walk back, you feel me?
same thing. They can point it somewhere and go, fuck you. and it's got the USA's name written all over it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they brainwashed you to like draw that information out, but they could never like get through what Adler called like the last door, which is a an absolute mindfuck of a mission. That's all based
Honestly,
around it.
it's not that fun. That mission.
Seeing it all together, all like come together was fun because I started like I started to like put it together
cool.
that you might be an MK Ultra project, but then after that I was like, oh yeah. And then he says like when he tells you that his key phrase for you is "we have work to do."
We have a mission.
Oh yeah, it's like we have a job to do, something around that. But
yeah,
like,
that's it.
Come on, off the elevator quickly. I hadn't put that together yet that was his key phrase, and I thought that was cool as fuck. But yeah, there are 3 endings for it. When he asks you where they're hiding, you have 2 options. You can pick the actual place because you see it in like your flashback and tell them, or you can tell them a different place. If you tell them the actual place, it automatically cuts to it. You go there, you fight your way in, boom, you save the day. Woohoo. Oh boy. The bad endings, you either go there, and if you tell them to go there, you then have an option to radio it in to Perseus. If you do radio it in, they're waiting there, it's an ambush, and they kill them. If you don't, then oh shit.
You just get messed up.
If you don't, they're like, you fucking lied to us, and then they fucking shoot you. But even in the good ending, once you've like
literally
once you've cleared it out,
entire planet.
yeah, save.
Adler's
save
just
the
like
US.
pew pew.
Yeah, Adler's like, yeah, it's nothing personal, kid, and then he shoots you.
Nothing personal.
Actually, no. Technically, you don't know whether or not your character dies from it. I'm not considering the Warzone fucking storyline to be canon.
Wait, there's a storyline Warzone?
Kind of.
It's interesting.
It's loose. But in the ending, it's like, Adler says it's nothing personal, and he pulls a gun on you, you pull a gun on him, and, like, you hear a shot go off, but it cuts to black. So
Yeah, but like, okay, at least from what I think I saw,
Adler probably
I'm
shot
almost
you.
certain. Yeah, but like, I'm almost certain I saw like a flash come from Adler's gun.
It's not in it.
There wasn't a flash? I could have sworn that there was a bit of flash there.
I actually recorded that scene and watched it back several times.
Gotcha.
Point is, the ending is actually surprisingly good for a COD game.
Yeah, so there's definitely
Ow!
that's for sure.
Fuck, I was
But
Black Ops 3.
trash. So yeah, so there's that, and then
Oh yeah, if you radio it in, you do get to shoot all of your team members.
I wanna show them
yeah, you get to get Woods, Mason, not Adler, and whoever you saved from Cuba.
Wait, you shoot Mason? Okay, everything about fucking Call of Duty storyline bullshit. Oh wait,
You
it's
don't
supposed to be
shoot
an
Mason
alternate-
in Black Ops 2. Not canonically.
No, it's supposed to be like. Apparently, the whole fucking storyline for all this shit is.
Also, I think Black Ops 2, that part of it takes place.
Alternate reality shit. Well, apparently it all fucking runs in like alternate reality type of shit.
That makes no sense. In fact,
Well-
just the fact that you cannot kill Mason makes no sense. But
Well,
there's a whole like. Apparently, like that's like why they're mixing like zombies and shit is because like zombies is part of like an alternate reality that happened because of the fucking shit, and that fucking Cold War is different from the other games because it's in different like
Okay, so just ignore
like
everything
time-
that happened in Black
timeline, I
Ops
guess.
3. Just campaign-wise, in Black Ops 1, you go through Vietnam with Mason and Woods. Cold War falls in between the two, I'm pretty sure. Oh god, I rolled it back. In which case you work with Mason and Woods. The canonical ending is the fact that you sided with Adam. But the canonical thing in Black Ops 2 is that Woods did not shoot Mason. Or he did not kill Mason. Because if you shoot Mason in the arm or the leg or anywhere that's not the head, he does not die from it.
Yeah. I know all the Black Ops 2 endings.
So, yeah. So thing two, can I invite a friend?
Who is it?
Someone you don't know. He's not very, Kevin-ish. Plus, I'm not sure he's here. He
Sure.
might be to the party. And then number one was, what was number one?
And does it have to do with the ending?
No, that was a completely different thing.
Huh.
Number three was Cold War. Number two was Friend. Number one is Sean.
Sean?
John Cena!
Connery?
Point is, for a COD game that has like 6 hours of gameplay, it wasn't bad. Definitely better than the other ones, especially considering Black Ops 4 didn't even have a storyline. Black Ops 3 had no attachment to the others. Cold War is probably it's like the best piece to like the Mason trilogy, more or less.
Yeah.
I liked Black
I
Ops 2.
really wish somebody was on. Dang.
Black Ops 2 is my favorite, has my favorite story and has... Everything about Black Ops 2 is my favorite.
Also,
There's nothing about Black Ops 2 I didn't like.
How have y'all not beaten Dark Souls 2 yet?
Oh, we have.
We've beaten it multiple times.
I know.
This is
my
our second
sixth
playthrough on these
or seventh
characters.
run through of this game.
Oh, you're going through a second one?
Well, we're on New
beat
Game
all
Plus
games
for these
multiple
characters, but
Yeah,
I've
You
also
beat it
beaten
one.
all the games multiple times because
Yeah.
we enjoy playing it.
Yeah, but
It's just fun to play.
Well, that and New Game Plus actually changes shit in this game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like, there's certain stuff you can't get without going into it.
As well as like enemy placements have changed, different
Yeah.
enemies, all that.
Stronger enemies, stronger enemies,
Mm-hmm.
stronger enemies. Ow.
Why are you trying to play Warzone?
I don't know.
I like games that I can win.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm just bored, kind of sad right now, and tired. Like, instead of being angry, now I'm just sad and tired.
What kind of games are you interested in right now?
Uno.
I mean, I have 160 installed. Would you like me to list them all?
Oh, fuck!
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Holy shit, it's only 10:09.
Where do you want me to summon you? Because I don't think I can get back up that way.
Okay then.
Second bonfire, if you remember how to get to that.
Do y'all want me to list them all off, or what?
Yes.
I don't have
Well, that's
that
if I
many
can-
games. So
that's
I can
if
list
I can
mine
get-
off, and that's a much shorter list.
Oh yeah, I
Yes,
also have more
yeah.
games than Daniel as well.
My hard
That
drive.
is if
you
I can
know-
make it to the second bonfire though.
Trade. Do you want to, or you just want me to start listing games off now?
Who? Everyone. So what games can you match up with that?
Everything.
You have some days to die?
Yeah. I don't like it though. It's not good on a console.
It's not as good on console. It's still decent.
I love playing it.
I used to play it, like, I played it quite a bit, but then I just got crazy. It's kind of like Minecraft, except longer length of time.
Also,
Super
if I can
hard mode
remember,
on Minecraft.
also if I can remember exactly where to go.
Alright, so, I don't want to play Warface or Warframe. That's another thing. I really stopped liking. Warf. Yeah. Well, not
that's
really.
understandable.
Like, they have, conventions and all that other junk.
Yes,
That
but those
big.
aren't free events to set up.
I mean, I know that, but I'm saying, like, they gotta rake in quite a bit of cash from those bad boys. You feel me?
But the fact that it's an MMO that's actually surprisingly constantly being worked on.
Even though they're not adding anything good.
They just added fucking mechs, which are cool as shit, by the way.
I've seen them, they're not that good.
I like the storyline behind them. The fact that they're like the old Warframes.
Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, like, that's alright, but, like...
Point is, we're not playing Warframe because I don't own it.
Yeah, that works too.
You do own it.
Well, I don't have it downloaded because I don't like that game.
Yeah. You don't like MMOs.
Hey, would y'all fellas...
I like
Actual
MMOs,
Good MMOs.
but I don't
No,
like
you like
Warframe.
Destiny.
I don't like Warframe because I'm not gonna
Guys.
because I don't feel like grinding that much for it.
Boys?
Yes.
So-
Alright, sweet. I'm sorry, I have a really bad headache right now. Could y'all, like, not be as loud? Sorry.
We can
Yeah,
try.
try.
Appreciate
Fuck you,
it.
bitch. I will fuck you up.
Definitely.
Alright, Trey, list your...
Just choose from the list of his games. I have most of his, except for I don't have Halo.
Okay, I was gonna ask that specifically.
That's like the only one I don't have, I think. Other than like Warframe.
please.
Let me get to another bonfire real quick.
I don't play the multiplayer. I very seldomly played the zombies. So unless someone wants to give me the money to get another fucking hard drive, it'll probably be a minute before I get Cold War back.
Well, you should get it back by next month anyways, because new DLC's coming out.
Or I can just wait till they're all out.
I mean, you could, but I will
So
probably...
instead of playing just one zombies map again until I get bored. What days it come out?
February 5th, I think. Alright, I'm there.
I didn't come on anymore.
Um,
I'm funny. You can
like, really, all I'm particularly interested in is, all I'm particularly interested in, other than Dark Souls 2, because we're so close to beating Dark Souls 2 again, is, 6 Siege, Warzone, and, 7 Days to Die, honestly.
don't know if I'm quite in the mood for something as strenuous as 6 Siege. I'm kind of like half-assing this game as it is.
I stopped having fun a while ago. I would custom games don't do that, but
No.
Well, we don't.
See, custom games aren't fun to me because I prefer playing the game like it was built to be.
I just like playing that game in general, so it doesn't matter to me whether I'm playing custom games or whether I'm playing
My
on
thing is,
whatever.
I don't play casual.
I generally play on fucking Siege Unranked just because I enjoy the challenge out of it.
And yeah, it's people take the game pretty seriously.
I mean, I
And
don't
they're actually
particularly
playing the game.
I don't particularly have fun with that game terribly often, just because it's so stressful and because it went downhill a long time ago.
I agree with the fact that there should be 2 operators that can do every other operator's job, but the ban list, it's so streamlined as to who you need to not be in the game.
Oh, hey, by the way, did y'all hear that they're getting rid of Sophia's withstand ability?
Yes, I did.
It's actually stupid.
The what?
They're getting rid
Sophia's
of
ability to get back up.
What do you mean?
They're getting
Okay.
rid of it.
If you down Zofia and don't kill her, she will get herself back up.
She can
Why
hold
would
X
you-
to get herself back up, and she can, she lives with like 5 HP.
Why would you get rid of that? There's-
I don't know.
Because
She's-
she can get herself back up.
Okay, so can Doc. Are you gonna take that away from Doc too?
That's Doc's entire ability, though. That'd be like, imagine if Blackbeard could res himself. Imagine if Thermite could res himself. Imagine if every character could just get themselves back up.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
imagine
but the
Not to
fact
mention the
is
fact
that
that-
it's only one character. So why does it matter?
Because she's already overpowered.
Okay, and what's she gonna do with 5 HP if she gets hit one time?
Oh yeah,
she's
but
fucked.
she can still get a
Headshots are
like,
insta-dead anyways.
yeah.
100 HP, 5 HP, what's it matter? Doc only gets himself back up with like 25.
But
Then
he can also
shoot-
still
then-
be
one
full.
shot.
Then shoot her as soon as fucking possible. If you get her down, then shoot her again. Simple as that.
Yeah, but
Well, I mean,
the
like,
thing is, there's
if
a
you
lot
down
of,
her through a wall or something, good job. She can get herself back up. And as still one of the most powerful attackers in that game, that's a really powerful ability.
I mean, I have to go down there, don't I?
Yeah, you have to get the dragon stone.
You wanna play like anything?
Like I said, I'm down for either of those. If Daniel goes to bed, I'll be probably
How is
willing
he
to play with
taking
it up. More of a selection.
I don't know when I'm going to bed, but
I can hurt him.
that is weird.
God, I feel like I actually excuse my language, good serious shit.
Like if
Fucking
both
swear
of you
near
end
us.
if both of you end up going to bed, then I'm just gonna play fucking Cold War.
Were you trying to play some fight?
That works for me. I enjoy most aspects of that
Fucking
game.
gunfight.
It's
Alright.
like a 2v2 situation. And it's
Or
on that.
in Modern Warfare, it's like 3v3.
Well, there's 2v2 and 3v3 options. So it's
They-
2v2 generally, but they have a 3v3 one as like a like, you know how like deathmatch dom is like sometimes comes around.
Chief.
It's same
Chief,
sin-
let
same
me just
situation.
Say something to you real quick. Alright, so what they had was every
I don't play
time
COD multiplayer, so
that I've looked at multiplayer for Modern Warfare and tried to go to gunfight, it's always been 3v3. No, that's a lie. Like, there's been a few instances where it has been 3v2.
Well, it's only three.
accessible.
It's only 3v3 now. So 3v3 came up around season 2 or 3 in that game,
Okay.
and everyone got really hyped for it, and they never took it away.
Yeah, which
But it
kinda
used to be
sucks.
strictly 2v2. Whenever I started 3v3, I was hyped as fuck for it because that was the first time me, Oscar, and Kevin really started playing together. A
So,
lot.
Kevin got doo-doo butter and got a child.
Yeah, but he's never online anymore, or when he is online, she's really fucking annoying.
He can be quite excessive.
You have to hit this rock over here.
What?
That's just spare items. This one over here. That opens that door, and that's the dragon stone. That's the one that we need.
I see.
I don't play COD multiplayer because it's full of. It's pretty much just as toxic as the fucking Dark Souls 3 community.
Yeah,
I disagree.
Just as
I don't
many
think it.
tryhards.
At least
I don't
for
think
the
it's as toxic anymore. I actually think it's a lot more chilled out than it used to be.
I doubt that. I really do.
I mean,
It just depends on how lucky you get.
well, I don't think it depends on luck. Coming from someone who played that game
No, I'm
for a
saying
long
like
fucking
with
time.
who invades you or something, if they're nasty and.
Oh, you're talking about that. I thought you were talking
Dark
about COD
Souls 3,
multiplayer.
pretty much anyone who's invading you is either super tryhard, twinking, or fucking actually cheating in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Most
Dark
people in
Souls 3 is
COD
not a
aren't.
problem.
Most people in COD aren't super tryhard anymore though. Like that was a thing in a lot of the games, but that's not the case for the most part anymore. Fuck.
I find that highly doubtful.
Well, I also play it a lot more often than you. You always play it on like the worst times to play it. Like upon launches and shit, whenever everyone's going to be trying hard. Whenever it's just chill, whenever it's just hanging out and it hasn't had anything new in a minute, people just kind of chill out and don't try hard. People only try hard whenever there's something to work towards. Except for in Dark Souls 3, people are just fucking stupid. But in COD, people only try hard whenever there's something specific to work towards.
One thing I don't
know.
understand.
I did not play
is,
the game enough to max out, so it doesn't matter.
Anyway, one
Because
thing
I
also-
very much play it to get the advantage.
Well, I think that the guns in Black Ops, Cold War, and in Modern Warfare are equally as good maxed out as they are with no attachments, honestly. Because they did a really good job at balancing the guns in those games. I can do the same amount of, I can do just as well with the guns in those games with no attachments or all attachments.
Well, what's better, a gun that can do 14 damage with no recoil and fire at fucking 180 rounds a minute, or the same gun with a lot of recoil that fires slow?
Well, the same gun would be firing slower. It's like a sniper or a marksman rifle, because then you can actually change fire rate on those with a certain barrel.
Yeah, it's a
Just that.
16.2 inch rapid fire barrel.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Point is, it's not as try hard as you think it is.
Point is, having bear shit just means that you're just statistically more likely to win. And the fact that I'm not gonna play it to max it out.
Like I
You
said,
don't
I
have
disagree
to
on that
max it
aspect
out,
as well.
Like, if you're good enough at the game, it doesn't really matter.
Play it constantly or lose. Got it.
No, not really.
So let me give you a theoretical situation. With your skill level as you are, you had maxed out guns, and everyone and your whole team had maxed out guns, and your team consisted of like me and somebody else, right? But it was 6 other people, and they all had like base weapons, no attachments. Who do you think would win? But they were all
Are they good?
all
or
the
same
they were
skill
all
level?
they were all the average COD player.
So what is our third player? Because that matters. Because I consider you average, me just below average at best.
We'll say Mudkip. He's good. He's better than me.
Average. So that means that it'd probably be...
Boy, you really finna unga-bunga me like that? Nah, I ain't finna take that disrespect.
Well, I am average to.
We'll say a slightly enough average to...
I would say I'm
discount
above
my-
average. I would say I'm above average at that game.
Then we'll say
So I think
you, me, and an average player.
Alright, let me just say, have you seen Jante play?
No.
Gruntles.
No,
No,
Jonte. Dr. Dark.
Okay, Dr. Dark. I don't really play with him very often.
Alright, because I am better than him.
Oh, I don't know how to play stuff. I've played with you, and you are good. I know that. You are
Alright,
a
so
good.
basically,
You are a
I
good
went
player.
against Oscar, Kevin, and Jonte with it was a 1v3 snipers only, and I won.
Oh, I was
Slapped
there
their
too.
cheeks real good.
I was there too.
I don't know. I don't like a lot
Oh,
of
yeah,
COD
never mind.
mechanics, so I never cared
Wait,
to
it wasn't
escape it.
Oscar. Yeah, it was Kevin.
I'm just.
Point being,
I'm decent.
they would win because one, they have more people. Two, because those guns are just as balanced as the other
I was
the
considering
guns
a
with no
3v3.
attachments. In a 3v3,
No, more
all
people
average
win.
COD players, if 3v3, all average COD players other than me, you, and Mudkip. But we had
three average players against 3 average players. One has base guns, one is able to tune theirs to however they want. The people that can adjust theirs win.
What I'm saying is that you said that whoever has the better guns and the better attachments and more attachments on their guns wins. What I'm saying is that with me
No, you're
and
adding new shit
Mudkip,
into it.
no, that is the basis of what you said.
Well, you can't
Okay,
say
well,
like
I
a
am
better
saying-
player with a shittier weapon won't lose to a shitty player with a good weapon. The weapon doesn't necessarily make the player, but 2 average players going against each other, one has stock, one has however they want to make it, the one that can upgrade it will win.
No, that is a lie.
Okay, then we'll put this game in example. I'm a better player than you. Obviously. If I played this entire game naked with nothing but the spoon... If I played this entire game naked with nothing but the spoon, would I do as good as you?
Probably,
Why?
because I'm dog shit at this game.
Exactly. My skill level makes up for the difference in gear. But if it was me running with this set that I have now and me running with a spoon, which set do you think would be more successful?
You're set now?
Why?
I mean, I don't think it would really make a difference for you because of the way you play.
No, I'm
You
talking.
play for survivability, not
if-
for damage.
If I did a
That is
speed
going
run
off a
from
damage
the-
basis.
If I did a speed run
Well,
from the very beginning of the game and went like counting in deaths, add however much time, however long it took, whatever. So
you would get to speedrun quicker with that weapon. Why? Because it deals more damage, so you can kill shit quicker.
because it's a better weapon.
That is all there is to it. Yes, but that you can't relate a spoon and a sword compared to a gun with no attachments versus a gun with all attachments.
Okay, fine then. This
You
exact
can't.
sword and this exact sword unupgraded. With
You
0
can't
sword.
do that either.
The problem
Because
with that is because
that deals more damage when upgraded. There's a damage difference. If 2 people are using the same gun, one has no attachments, one has all attachments, it's not going to deal more damage.
No, but it handles better. It performs better.
It depends on who you are and how you're able to play. I
Average
can play
skill.
with no attachments. I'm saying I can play with no attachments, do just as good as someone who has all attachments.
But can
Whenever
you do
it's-
just as good as you with that upgrade, being able to play and use
Yes,
that gun
I
exactly
can.
how you want?
I can, because the guns are actually
Trey.
balanced in that fucking game.
Trey, is it just
The
weird?
only
Does
gun
he
that
kinda
they
sound
didn't-
like Ohm-Wrecker? Do you hear?
Not really. But anyway, not the point. The point is
Bruh.
that it doesn't matter. It would even out for me, because I can use guns with no attachments and guns with all attachments equally, because they are balanced out in that game. The only gun that is not balanced out in that game is the MAC-10.
That's oddly specific. But still, guns that perform better will perform better.
It doesn't change the performance of the gun. It just changes like, oh cool, I can see better, or oh cool, I can aim faster. If you can aim faster, if someone's already holding that corner, guess who's gonna get fucked?
6 Siege. Why is Blackbeard such an overpowered character?
Because
shield.
they don't know how to balance characters, apparently. Also,
Well,
compared
that's
to
The
how it was,
headshot
he's
one-shot
actually
rule
very
still applies to
underwhelming.
Blackbeard. But he can stop 3 bullets.
I mean, yes, that may be so, but also his
He
yeah,
has a
but
bun
like,
that sticks out.
Yeah, but also like I'm just saying like even with that his oh yeah shield can only take like
It can take 3
like
bullets from
3
an average
shots.
gun.
Yeah. Which
Skilled
isn't that
players,
much
they're
if it
both
has
gonna
like a
generally land
pretty.
headshots pretty quickly.
I mean, yeah, but like given the circumstances, like if they're caught off guard, then they're basically guaranteed dead.
Anyone caught off guard in that game is basically guaranteed dead.
And not always.
Welcome to
Like,
tax shooters.
I've had a few nutty plays. Oh, hey, by the way, you wanna hear something kind of cash money? So you know the canal, like the old canal map where they didn't have like, you know, they didn't outlaw freaking spawn peeking.
I hate canal in general, so, but yes.
I got you. Alright, so
know
I
what you
got
mean.
I got an ace Doc P90 spawn kill.
And you're the reason why we
I-
don't play this game then. Why do we don't play that game often?
I killed. Okay, so the thing is, I killed 4 out of 5 of the members. The only reason why I don't have 5 kills is because I hit one of them really hard and they just left the game.
By technicality, not an ace.
I know, but I did.
This isn't
kill
Team
all the
Fortress
players
2,
on
you
the
don't get
enemy
achievements
team.
for pissing people off. Point is, something that performs better will perform better.
Yes, things that perform better do perform better. But the guns in that game, it does not, it changes its performance very minimally by having attachments.
Then why'd they
The only
put them in?
attachments that because people like attachments, people like
Why?
to do other things and have
You
different
know,
builds of
I
the
just
guns.
had a really good idea.
But why would you use them if the base game works just as fine?
Never mind, we can't do it since
Because
we
of-
don't have this game.
What is it?
Because of people.
Okay, so
Same thing with fucking Dark Souls. People like different
well, while he
builds.
finishes, I'm gonna
You
heat
like
up
to
my
build
pizza.
your. People like to build their gun differently from someone else's gun, so it differentiates their build from somebody else's
exactly.
build.
Do you
Generally,
want extra cheese on it? Do you want some pepperoni? Like,
do you want it? Do you want it to? Do you want it to?
You want it deep
To have
fried?
better stability? Do you want it to have better hip fire? Like, just depends on how they want to play it. The gun can do the same, with or without attachments. It just depends on how they want to play with it.
But a more stable gun compared to a base gun is automatically going to be better.
Depends on the situation, and it
No.
depends on the and it depends because like so say I'm taking an SMG.
And, no,
And
the same
I'm going-
SMG.
Yeah, so say I'm taking an SMG, someone else takes an SMG.
No, same
They
player,
build theirs-
same weapon. One, you have it. This one, you have to hit these targets at these separate ranges. One is modified to be accurate. So same fire rate, everything, but it's meant to decrease recoil and aim as fast as physically possible.
I could do it.
Base-
The same
that-
with both guns.
That's base performance. So
Be-
exact
and
same.
I'll tell you, and I could tell you why I can do the exact same. Because if you're hitting multiple targets, it's not like you're hitting in a row and you need it to stay steady. You need to hit the target and move on. So it does not make a difference whether with the recoil conservation on that or anything like that. It will still perform just the same. You hit the target, you move on.
No, we're not talking one shot. We're talking like Warzone full armor. You have to hit this person enough to down them.
Okay, with no attachments versus with attachments, it will still take the same amount of shots because it doesn't take the damage away with with no attachments versus all attachments.
But if you can hit them more at that range, more accurately, which is better?
Build the gun.
One is not built. One is built for accuracy. You're shooting.
Well, then
say
it
something
depends on
easy.
how far away they are.
We'll shoot fucking 75 meters. That's fairly average.
All right, then you could do the same with both,
What about
depending
100?
on the gun, of course. With 100,
Well, no.
if you have,
you
if you
can't
have
say depending on
something,
the
if-
gun. You have to say every gun will perform the same at that range.
No,
with
not
and
every
without
gun performs the same as every other gun. What I'm saying is the same
No,
gun
every gun will
performs
perform the same
as.
as itself, with and without attachments.
Like I said, it depends on how you play, on how you want to play it. Do you want to play with long range situations, or do you want to play in short range situations? If you want to play in short range situations, listen to me. If you're playing with a sniper scope on an M4 and you're trying to do it with as close as physically possible, someone, it will perform poorly.
No,
if
you're
you're doing it
throwing
from
in
further away, it will
optimization.
perform better.
You're throwing in optimization for each individual circumstance. This is that same circumstance for all
Yeah,
sets
fellas.
of guns.
I'm saying it
Anyways.
depends on the situation
There's a difference
and what
between
you're doing.
being utility and putting something well out of its bounds. An M4 could easily shoot 100 meters. Period, end of story. That gun's fucking
Yes.
effective range is like 175. But there's a difference between if you have to hit this target 10 times at that range, not having to worry about recoil and spread automatically makes that gun better in the hands of an equally skilled player.
I disagree with that as well.
How? What is there?
Because they're
disagree with?
still balanced weapons. You can still do it. It just depends on how good that person is at controlling recoil. So I can control recoil on some guns better than others. So if I'm saying an M4, it does not make a difference whether I have recoil control on or whether I have no recoil control on. I'll be able to control it onto that player.
So you're
Me
saying
personally,
that you could equally
with a built gun versus a non-built gun, and it's an M4, I can do it. Other guns, I can't, because I'm not as good with other guns. It just depends on what I'm good at playing at.
Alright, so, fellers.
So you're saying you're above average with that M4?
Yes.
No, average. We're talking an average baseline
So
of everything but the gun.
Listen to me. If I'm above average and I'm doing it above average with the same weapon, but one is built, one is not built, and so say your both players are above average, right? It doesn't make a difference. They're still on the same level. I'm an above average player. I can use the M4 as in an above average way, with or without attachments.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not
Because
talking
I know
about
how to
above
fire
or
that
below
weapon.
average. We're talking about exactly average on everything. Control. The average player with
then
the average
it will
accuracy.
still do just as good. It depends on the person and what their actual skill level is. I have a skill level a little bit higher up than most people who play Call of Duty. Alright? Which makes me be able to control certain weapons better than other weapons, like the M4. If I'm
Yes,
saying the
that's adding
M4
a
in
different
particular...
variable to it.
No, it's not,
Yes,
because
it
above
is.
average and
Skill
above
is a
average is the
variable.
same as... How is it a okay, but you're also adding skill as a variable. You're saying average versus average.
average,
I'm saying
0.
above average versus above average.
Yeah, that's not how fucking science works, though. A better player will be better, period.
Yes, because they have the skills to be better.
Yes, we're taking skill out of the
I'm not-
equation.
Hey,
And why are you
fellas.
talking about average versus average?
Y'all
Because
mind
that's
if I,
taking skill out
get
of the
my
equation.
2 cents in? By chance?
Do what?
Alright, there we go. I've been trying to speak for the last
Then speak.
5
Don't fucking
minutes,
send messages.
and-
We're gonna ignore those and keep talking. You have a voice. Use it.
Yeah, but I don't like interrupting people.
Oh, well,
It
grow
doesn't-
the fuck up.
We interrupt each other just as much as you don't interrupt us, so it doesn't make a difference to us.
I mean, yeah.
If
but
if we really
feels
care to
rude.
actually continue this conversation, we are going to continue it whether you're talking or not. If you talk and we both say what, we're interested in what you're going to say.
Yeah, we'll hear
That's
you
all
out.
there is to
but,
it.
Like, you have to have something to put into the conversation.
Yeah, so, what I was gonna propose is that, so, y'all are supposed to, like, add up to my Ooga Booga level, correct?
What?
What?
Anyway, so what I was proposing
God
is
damn it.
that, how about the both of yous, whenever he gets, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I have both of y'all
I do not have the space for Modern Warfare.
with, shut up, get Cold War, I mean, so,
How big is that game?
like,
Not as big as Modern Warfare.
it is 93.
I do not have space for that. Yes. In fact, I was playing
off.
it earlier today.
Then what other
Every game he has
games do
on
you-
his console.
Every
he
game I
plays.
have because I play.
Because he can only he only has the space to have games that he plays.
Yeah. If I don't have a game on there, it's because I don't play it. In fact, it's why I don't
Anyway,
have
so-
Cold War, because I can play it.
What I was gonna say is that how about listen to me now, y'all. To settle this, how about it? You know, if he does get it, y'all go against me in a 1v2 situation. I'll have nothing on my gun, and y'all can have yours kitted out the entire way you want it.
Because that's a skill difference.
Yeah, then
We're
we
going to
can
take
all-
Theoretically,
We'll put it like this. The best way to fucking represent this is we're going to take a bot that will, when it sees the player, it will aim at center mass and hold down the trigger and stabilize it. Okay? So, it will just aim at center mass, hold the trigger down, and recoil control just enough to keep it on center mass. Now,
But
there
I kind of doubt y'all Ungamunga's gonna be able to
There is
code
a
that
range.
junk in.
No, because he's a barely above average player, and I'm at most just barely. Actually, no. I'd say at most I'm probably actually an average player. I'm not bad at first-person shooters. I'm just not super great.
Gotcha. For me though, I'd have to say, not trying to flex or anything, but like I would honestly be the best out of my friends list.
well, I can vouch to
Let's
say that
do-
you're better than me.
But yeah,
I played against you and not won every